This podcast is sponsored by Audible. Go to audibletrial.com/mediahole to get your free 30-day free trial, including one free audiobook. There's over 180,000 to choose from, and you can listen to it on practically any device that you own that you already have. Yeah, that's right. It's on your fake penis. Thank you so much, Audible, for sponsoring this podcast. And once again, that's audibletrial.com/mediahole. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Media Hole Podcast, the weekly podcast in which we talk about news and television, movies, and all sorts of media and things and games. I'm Nathan. I'm with my lovely co-host, Ian.
Hello.
Ian is a sad boy.
I just got a shitty text message.
Oh.
I'm not telling you about it.
All right. Damn. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. What do we got today, Ian?
Well, that's on you, isn't it?
Yep. I was going to see how long it took you.
Yeah.
I wanted to see your eyes go from, oh shit, he expects me to do this.
No. You did that once, and I'm sure it didn't work out great.
No, it did. It was fine. No, I do have some stuff. First of all, Ian, how do you feel about the police?
Oh, all cops are bastards.
Fuck yeah. And speaking of, in Portland,
Yeah.
after 50 days of protests in Portland, because Portland goes fucking hard, God bless.
Everyone else is doing that.
Everybody else has
of
as
protests.
well. But, like, Portland, they go crazy. They were like, let's fucking burn down the Justice Center or something. Or no, they vandalized the fuck out of it. That's awesome. Go Portland. Apparently they have unmarked federal law enforcement arresting protesters illegally there.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Portland.
Wearing army fatigues. Thanks, Oregon. Thanks, the U.S. government.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's funny because it's like, you know, I think the police were sitting there. They were looking at all the criticism that's been levied their way. And they're like, you know what we should do?
Make it worse.
Let's see how much closer to the Gestapo we can be.
Yeah.
The answer is we could always go closer.
You want to hear some dumb fucking Canadian news?
I do.
So in Hamilton.
The town or the musical?
Oh, shit. Also, I keep getting it wong. It's not Hamilton.
Okay.
It was Oakville.
Oakville.
In
yeah,
Oakville,
Hamilton's the one.
There's a Ukrainian graveyard.
Oh, yeah?
And in that graveyard, there is a monument
to
people who have served in World War II.
Okay. On the wrong side?
On the wrong side. It is a war monument to Hitler's 14th SS Division. Why we have this monument, I have no idea. I read a thing, I read the article about it, gave me no context, found a link in the Twitter Moments thing about the context. It's like, here's the controversial debate, and there is no debate. It is a hate that existing in a anywhere is a hate crime.
Yeah.
If you want to put
like
it somewhere,
a swastika?
It's like it has like the SS symbols all over it. No swastika is not that obvious, but like you walk up to it for a second, it might as well just say Hitler's boys.
That's really fucked up.
So the reason why
there's a town in this state / province called Swastika.
Yeah, I know. Swastika, Ontario.
Yeah.
So
and they refuse to change it.
Here's the fun thing though.
What?
The reason why I heard about this was because it was defaced.
Oh, that's good.
As it should be. We should deface it with a sledgehammer. You should deface it with a fucking sledgehammer.
If something has an SS symbol or a swastika in it, it's your duty as a person to deface it.
So, Oakville police are the dumbest people in the world. Because they put out a statement saying that they were investigating it as a hate crime.
Against whom?
Here's the thing.
Against whom?
That's the problem, is they didn't say who it was originally. So everyone's like going for Oakville police, going like, bro, excuse me? The thing they wrote on it was Nazi war monument, because that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's
That's
still
not
there.
A hate crime.
But because it's
who is the is it Ukrainian people?
That's the thing, is they thought it was a hate crime on Ukrainian people because it was in a Ukrainian cemetery. They didn't consider that it was a fucking monument to hate crimes.
How are you this stupid? Why is there a reverse Vimy Ridge in your city and you don't know it?
Yeah. It's stupid.
The Vimy Ridge Monument is a monument in France for Canadian soldiers. This is a monument in Canada for Nazi soldiers.
Yeah, straight up, get rid of it.
Yeah, no, it's a bad thing to have in your town.
Yeah, put a picture of it and be like, our big mistake by letting this sit here.
Put up a statue where that statue was that just says, we done fucked up.
Yeah. Put a statue up to the Ukrainian Jews that were lost in
Put a statue
World War II.
Put a statue of the dead Kennedys there.
Sure.
Because they made that song Nazi Punks Fuck Off.
Yeah. Some real cool shit. Get rid of it.
Great.
Fuck it. Moving on.
Destroy most monuments.
Oh, also, like, the reason why I know about that was not because I wasn't even on Twitter that day. I got a message from fucking Anthony, and he's just like, hey, weird question. Why is there a fucking Nazi monument in your country?
Yeah, and it's like one town over. It's not even far.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit of channel news for the YouTube channel.
Okay.
That next episode of The Breakdown ain't coming out. It's bad. It's not good.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's not good. I've worked on it on and off for about 2 months, and it's just not coming together. There's not enough footage in the world to do stuff with it.
That's unfortunate.
Which shows that if we're gonna do any future things on the YouTube in for the coming forever, that we need a base of things to cut back to that isn't just photos, because it is not entertaining to watch. So, you know, if we're gonna do something like The Breakdown again, it wouldn't just be on the plain black background with visuals.
Yeah.
We would want to have also like a cut back to live action sequence, just so it makes it easier, so that we have a template to deal with.
Okay, I found something dumb.
Okay.
So, you know how like Twitter will just like send you notification and be like, you might like this.
Yeah.
I got one.
Okay.
Some guy said, how many of you would like to see a sexy version of She-Ra? I don't know. Let me know. And then someone's like, trigger warning, NSFW. She's literally 19 in the show, weirdo. Get out of here. It's like, it's legal age. That's a year over legal age.
Yeah.
Also, you don't know that guy's name. Like age, sorry. Like it's different if she's like 16 and you want to call that out, but that's an adult.
Yeah.
Like that's the like if you're people fetishize being barely 18. Like she's 19.
Yeah. Is she 19 in that newer show?
I'm gonna look it up. I think she is.
Because the 19 might have been a typo.
To what? To what? Oh, I guess like 17 if they like were using the numpad. No,
Yeah.
16
or 14.
No,
Or sorry, 16. You're right.
The
You're
6 is below, or 15.
Yeah.
God, don't give me the fucking Wikipedia article. Give me the goddamn wiki thing.
The fandom.wikia.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it! This is the longest I've ever had to look on Wikipedia. Not Wikipedia. She doesn't have a date of birth, and it doesn't tell me.
All right.
So if I'm gonna take that that girl's word for it, honestly, if the tweet's that short and you make a typo, just remake the tweet.
Yeah.
And fix it. But instead, they were just like, "Oh, she's." Adora is said by the creators to be 17 to 8 years old at the beginning of the series and 20 to 21 by the end of it.
All right.
So.
Oh, do you want to know something that came out about the creators of a thing that we were talking about, like maybe, I don't know, 6 months ago
what was the
to
thing?
1 week ago? I don't remember. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, the show that I keep saying that I want to watch, but it's just hard to find in Canada.
Yeah.
So that cartoon, the creator came out. So it came out like in like 2010, I want to say like 09, 010, and it's essentially like Scooby-Doo Gravity Falls, but it came out first. And apparently, Velma's gay in that.
Yeah. Here, real quick.
She's officially gay.
Yeah. All right. So Velma from Scooby-Doo is gay.
Yeah, in the Mystery Incorporated. because she dates Shaggy for a bit and then they break up. And then he was the creator of the show was like, yeah, she's gay. They wouldn't let us say it 10 years ago, but yeah, she's gay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good thing. That makes sense, right?
It's all right.
So, Ian,
What?
did you hear that? Hold on. About some upcoming Netflix anime adaptations that are coming out.
Oh, yeah. Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon's Dogma.
It's not Devil May Cry, though, so you know.
Huh?
It's not Devil May Cry.
It's pretty much Devil May Cry. We'll get there.
Who knows?
It's Capcom.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it's based on fucking Hideaki Itsuno's work, so it's pretty close to being a Devil May Cry adaptation.
Itsuno's only made like one Devil. Wait. Never mind.
2, 3,
I'm thinking.
4,
No,
5.
I'm getting confused. with
Hideki Kamiya.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Dragon's Dogma is Itsuno, who's done 2, 3, 4, 5. The little MC as a consultant. But also the less popular Usagi Yojimbo, the comic series / manga series, the classic. It's about a bunny who is a samurai. If you couldn't put the words together in the title. Usagi Yojimbo.
Yes, I know the words.
But yeah, so that's cool. Usagi Yojimbo is great. It's a classic. It's great. Pretty cool. It's one of those ones where it's like a classic. You read it as a kid, and it's maybe a bit too mature for you, but like, you know, it feels cool. It's the perfect that.
Yeah.
Because it's like you know, it takes place in like a furry world, but also it's samurai, and it's like
A furry world, you say? Now you have my interest.
Ian loves furries.
Yeah, they're great. That'll come back later.
Also, in the news, this is the last piece of news I have. So Deadly Premonition 2, obviously a big deal on this channel / podcast. So Swery put out a statement.
Oh, about the trans people?
Yeah. So
is there a trans person in Deadly Premonition 2?
Yes. So there is a part, and the person gets like dead named a bunch apparently, and it's a little transphobic. But
yeah.
York, the main character, goes on like a pro trans rant. It's just like then later in the game the person gets dead named a bunch. So it's clearly like the intent was to be good and the execution was poor.
Yeah.
And the reason you can tell is because like Swery did that game The Missing, which also has a trans character in it, and that's handled really well. It like won awards.
Yeah.
So it's pretty clear that this was just like, you know, unintentional. So they're gonna update the game. He's gonna get some trans consultants and rewrite those scenes and do an update. And he did it in an incredibly humble way.
Yeah.
And go Swery.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, also, when was Deadly Premonition 2, like, written? Like, fucking 20 years ago?
No, it's written now, but he's in Japan.
Wait. Hold up.
Yeah.
Is Deadly Premonition 2?
Deadly Premonition 2 is brand new.
Oh my god.
It takes place in 2005.
Why?
Deadly Premonition 1 came out 10 years ago.
Looks like shit. I thought it was like...
No, Deadly Premonition 1 came out in 2010.
This whole time.
Deadly Premonition 1 came out in 2010. Deadly Premonition 2 is brand new.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
You didn't know it was new?
No. I don't give a shit about this series. But, like, the fact that it looks that bad after all this, oh my god.
It's great. It's a great game.
That's fine. You can say that all you want.
Yeah, it's
But
good.
It looks ridiculous.
Yeah, but
in a bad way.
Yeah, but that's the charm. It's a sequel to Deadly Premonition. That game looked like a fucking PS2 game on the fucking 360. And it ran like slightly better than this, but worse than a game should run.
Yeah.
And it's part of the charm. This game's a lot more polished. It's just the frame rate's fucky. And honestly, yeah, it's just the frame rate and that content in the game that's really the problem.
Yeah, it's
up the frame rate, get it up to 20, baby. We're good.
Yeah, the Japanese are very much a we'll mind our own business sort of people, but then also not.
Yeah. Again, get that frame rate up to 20 frames per second, and I'll be like, and fix those scenes, and I'll be like, Deadly Premonition, easily in the top 3 games that came out in 2020. What?
You don't have high hopes for games in 2020, do you?
Of the ones I've played?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's lame.
It's mystery game that we might talk about later. FF7 remake and Deadly Prem.
FF7 remake part 2 is not coming out this year.
No, part 1 came out this year, Ian.
Oh yeah. The second part's not going to come out until 2023. We can go fuck ourselves.
I think 2021, 2022.
I think this game's a fucking racket. Like, we're not going to get a single the next up. They're going to split this whole fucking story into 5 parts.
Yeah.
And
the original game was, I believe, only 2 or 3 discs.
They're gonna change it so fucking Aerith survives the entire game.
Did you beat the game?
No.
Okay, then you don't know. They did change some shit.
I know. I know they changed shit.
Oh, do you know what they changed?
No.
Okay.
Did they kill her at the end of this one?
Characters live that shouldn't, not die that shouldn't.
Jesse. Biggs. What about my man Wedge? I fucking hate Wedge.
Wedge is great.
No, he sucks.
It's Badger from Breaking Bad.
I like Biggs.
Huh.
I like Biggs.
I like Wedge.
They're all right, actually. Altogether, they're fine.
Yeah.
It's just Final Fantasy doesn't have the best writing. Sometimes they do, but a lot of times when it's the smaller stuff, it's no, this sucks.
Yeah.
They all feel like robots interacting with each other.
You do realize that those characters are literally in maybe an hour have maybe
oh yeah, I know,
a combined 10 lines in the original game.
Well, fucking I just remember I was watching Funhouse did a video where they where one guy played normal Final Fantasy 7, the other one played Final Fantasy 7 remake. Then they played for 2 hours, see how far they could get.
Yeah.
And fucking James got all the way through all the reactors and shit.
Yeah.
I think he got to the moment where
I think he met Aerith.
Yeah, he met Aerith. Adam only got to Aerith.
Oh, that was it.
In the 2 hours. James met Aerith and went through did all of the wall.
Wall Palace or Wall Market rather.
Wall Market. That's it. Yeah, they did all that shit. So,
yeah, I think he got to the part. Is it still a spoiler? It came out in April.
Still probably shouldn't.
All right.
I've already said some vague spoilers for people who haven't played those ones.
But yeah, that's all the news I have.
Cool. Ubisoft had had a play thing recently.
Oh, right, they did. I forgot
And
that even happened.
Honestly, I like Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs Legion.
Watch Dogs
Yeah.
2 was really fun. I didn't
liked-
finish it though because I don't like the way the characters talk, but I got my money's worth out of it.
Yeah, I got to the part where you had to break into SpaceX.
I think I got farther than that.
Yeah.
I think I just got past that and was like, whatever. I like the dude with the mask. I think he's fine.
Yeah. Ghost.
Yeah.
I don't know if his name's Ghost, but Ghost
something
also
like that.
is...
But the dude, they kind of keep he was the one interesting character. Well, the autistic kid's also interesting. Can't remember his name though, but that's his trait. They never say it, but
No, isn't that the guy with the mask who comes across as autistic?
No, the guy with the green hoodie. He's the normal looking one, but he's the one who doesn't speak very well.
Oh.
And then the one time he fucks up something, he has a mental breakdown, and everyone has to be like, "No, buddy, it's okay. You can."
I actually, honestly, I like
I like the
characters.
dynamics. You know what? Honestly, it feels bad to say, I just didn't like the girl. Because she was the person who's there where clearly DedSec was becoming this radicalized movement because they kind of had to be because this corporation was taking over the country and they had to kind of fuck it up. But she's sitting there, she's like, my art will free us, and I'm like, shut your fucking mouth. Your art's cool, pick up a gun.
I mean, they did. She does.
Yeah.
She just also do art.
I don't know, just every single time she talked. The older guy, I kept...
Ian, would you like to talk to me about how you hate women?
I hate white women. Give me more black women in video games.
That's true.
And Asian women, but make sure they're played by those races. I actually could talk to my buddy about that for a while yesterday.
Yeah.
We are white, so, not great on thing. But, I don't think it's that necessary to have it. It's better. Because obviously black people have harder time, and everyone who's not white has a harder time getting roles. because they're just like, I don't really see you in this, and it's like, oh, you don't because you wanted a black guy, you wanted a white dude for this because he's normal, but you didn't want the black guy because he's not a thug, sort of shit. But like, I think anyone should be able to play anyone, except if the character is like has like fucking Leroy from Tekken 7.
Oh yeah.
If that was it, I gotta look this up now. But if that's played by a white guy, I'm gonna be very upset.
Yeah. Morrison.
Because that's like he's like a
weird.
southern Louisiana boy.
That's the thing that was upsetting about Morrison from DMC5. That's a white guy.
Yeah,
doing a
that's
black
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, that's perfect. That's a perfect example because that voice, that's like that's a stereotypical like southern black dude voice.
Which I thought it was. Fuck, his name's not coming to me. The guy who plays Lee in The Walking Dead, who's also he's Lucius Fox in Batman Arkham Knight. He's a bunch of things. I want to say David Fennoy, something like that. I thought that Morrison was him when we saw him in that first trailer because it's like clearly an impression of that kind of voice.
Yeah.
But no, it's a white guy going like this.
Yeah, it's
it's a weird vibe. I don't like that.
Oh, wait a second. I think this is a white guy for Leroy Smith.
Oh no. Is Tekken canceled?
Yeah, it is.
Damn it.
So yeah, characters like that should be voiced by black dudes.
Yeah, like as like again, certain accents, it's totally okay to do as a white person. Certain accents are not.
Certain accents are free game for literally everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Boston,
French,
British, Irish, as long as you're not being offensive.
Yeah.
French, Scottish, as long as you're not being offensive.
Yeah.
Welsh, don't care if you're being offensive or not.
Yeah, they know what they did.
That's the meme. German.
Yeah.
They fucked up enough.
Yeah, they know what they did.
Russian.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This was the real
Australian?
No, white people voices.
Yeah.
This was the thing my buddy hit me up with because I said it was if they are oppressor, if they have in the past been oppressors, you're allowed to do their voice.
Yeah.
And this was specifically we're talking about Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Because I was playing it.
Did your friend say then is it okay to do a Japanese accent?
Because the Japanese were oppressors and so were the Chinese. So we just can't do Koreans.
Yeah. Well, we could do North Koreans.
Oh, yeah. Sounds the same, though, so maybe watch them out. Vietnamese, Laotians.
Yeah.
Can't do those.
Can't do those.
Yeah. So, no, it's just, if you're white, you can do the white accents.
Yeah.
If you're Asian, you can do any accent except for black. If you're black, you can do any accent but Asian.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah,
it's more criteria than they had to do them before, where it was just like, can you do a racist impression? Yeah, come on in.
Like if you're white, for example, you can do a Spanish accent, but it has to be a Spanish.
Yeah,
you gotta make sure to have the lisp.
So I was just talking because I played
Hasta luego.
I played a bit of Ghost of Tsushima yesterday.
I played a lot of it.
Cool. We'll talk up to where I got to.
Yeah, and you're listening to the English dub.
Yes, because
which is a lot of Asian people. I think.
That's what my problem is because that's what was not my problem. I was going to have a problem if it was a bunch of white people because the Asian people in this game, which is the whole roster,
they're all Japanese.
They all, even when they speak English, they have that like
a bit of an accent.
They have the accent. They pronounce they talk like they're like
a Japanese accent.
It's they speak like English is their second language.
Okay. Not
really, because it's like they're fluent, but it's their second. Where like at their core, they're like, I speak Japanese, Chinese, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Everybody speaks Japanese in the game.
I know. But like you fucking...
Or sorry, I mean Nihonji.
Yeah. So you go through... I just really didn't want it to be like a bunch of white people doing like racist Japanese shit.
Hello, it's me.
Mario. Yeah. I'm really bummed because
I will take the bullet and do the Japanese voice.
I did want to play the game in Japanese because one, it's a game that takes place in Japan, and that just makes sense to me.
I've been playing it in Japanese, but you don't like that it's Roronoa Zoro.
I know. I love that it was Zoro. I'm justifying a little because the character is more reserved than Zoro.
Yeah.
Like Zoro has this disrespectful tone to him. That's what like is really unique about that character's like that guy's voice when he does it.
Yeah.
When he's just a normal dude, which he is in this pretty much.
Yeah.
Kind of reserved and respectful. Just sounds like any Japanese dude. But when he does like his like shitty Zoro voice,
Yeah.
then I like it more. But
Well, it's because Zoro is an ore, whereas this character Jin is a boku.
yeah. So and then my buddy sent me this fucking article about how Alison Brie was like, I really wish I didn't play that character, and
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
Because she's Vietnamese and I'm white.
yeah, but then he's just but then it was Anthony who sent it to me, and he's just like, there's nothing about this character except for one episode in like season 5 where
And it's like an episode in season 1 where you see your family.
that's her family,
Yeah.
but it's like when it goes like it really goes into her like Vietnamese background, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So it's like who cares about that? Like, you don't have to come out and be like, I feel so bad that I did that. Just don't do it again in the future.
Yeah.
That's all. Just say, or don't go like, I deeply regret it. Just say I'm not gonna do it again. Because when you do this, like
In retrospect,
This
this
performance-
wasn't super chill, and that's my B.
what is it called? Like performative. Like when someone just said like starts being like, I feel so bad. I'm sorry I did this thing.
Oh yeah.
that you are now telling me is bad. It's like.
Yeah, it's
Then
very,
they go out and do that, and then like next movie they'll fucking Emma Stone it, where they're like, I'm a half Hawaiian, half Japanese woman, but I'm pure white.
yeah, like that's a thing. Part of me is like, that's on casting directors more, you know.
But at least with Emma Stone, we can give her shit because it's like
Yeah,
you are literally. She was like popping off at that point. You can reject
Oh, yeah,
a shitty
she
Bradley
was
Cooper
big.
movie.
yeah. That movie sucks.
Yeah. Okay, cool. It's why do you have a home phone still?
I don't have it.
Why does your mom have it? Like, just put
she
it on
uses it.
cell phone.
I know. I'm sorry. She doesn't want to. She still
We
has
haven't-
cable.
Oh, I still have cable as well, but
Yeah.
we haven't had a phone at my house for 10 years. The day like I got my cell phone was the day my mom canceled. Like,
The house phone.
yeah, she's like, I don't fucking need to pay for this. House phones are only like $10 a month, but like,
Yeah, it's not like it's expensive.
yeah. Even with my fucking home, like with my cable package, they were like, you have to have it. I'm like, why? And they're like, because we can't bundle it together if you don't have it. And I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
They're like, technically it's cheaper. I'm like, that's so dumb.
It's cheaper to have both than just one sometimes
Well, all three,
on
but
some plans or whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, voice acting thing is a weird thing, and it's definitely changing. Like, for example, you know, we should obviously have had a black person voice Piccolo, but you know, what?
Nothing. I just hate that joke.
It's true.
He's a fucking alien. He can be wherever he wants.
No, yeah. One of my favorite things though is how like voice actors absolutely color my interpretation of a character, because Cowboy Bebop, they got Bo Billingsley to do Jet Black, and like even though that character is probably supposed to be Asian, in my brain he's black.
I would say he's just white. Like, because in that future
Yeah.
universe, like, they're definitely
Everybody's mixed as hell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Spike is the most Asian person in that show.
Yeah.
Ed's fucking
John Cho is playing him in the show.
John Cho.
Harold from Harold and Kumar.
Nice. I'm sorry that is the one thing I know him from. I know he's in other things. I just don't watch TV, and I know he's more of a TV actor now.
Yeah, he was in that great movie, Searching. That was surprisingly good.
Yeah, he was in Crazy Rich Asians, right? He's not. He's not. I know he's not.
I have not seen that film. I cannot tell you.
From afar, when I first saw like the poster for that movie, the male lead in that has like a similar. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Similar vibe.
Yeah, a similar vibe. So I was like, "Is that John Cho?" No. And they went with more unknown actors for that movie.
Aquafina's in it.
Um,
Aquafina's great.
I think there's a shitty trend. I didn't see Crazy Rich Asians, so please don't get mad at me.
I didn't see it either.
Oh, he kind of looks like a younger John Cho from the side there.
He's
He's a little more tanned.
Hold on. I see what you're talking about. It's not him. I was literally about to say something just as bad, which is, isn't that the guy from Spider-Man Far From Home? The Brad guy? It's not.
Brad.
I'm also just as racist.
I hated that character. Wait, what if it is?
It's not him. I know it's not him. He was on that.
from
He's on that show, Harrow.
From Straight On? It doesn't look like him anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like from that side,
side profile.
Yeah.
It was the poster's fault.
It was the poster.
Also, they made his skin a lot darker for the poster.
I don't know. As you go
Photoshop.
through, his skin's kind of that.
Depends
I
on
think
the
it's just the
picture.
lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you know, people do change skin tones.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, just not people who aren't white. Their skin tone just literally changes throughout the year.
Do you remember that poster, the poster for King Arthur, where they added boobs to Natalie Portman? Or not Natalie Portman, Keira Knightley.
Really?
Yeah. Type in King Arthur boobs.
Arthur, Natalie Portman boobs.
It's not Natalie Portman, it was Keira Knightley.
King. Oh, that makes more sense.
They look identical. It's literally a plot point in the Phantom Menace that they look identical.
Fuck. Poster. Why are you putting socks on your feet that cold?
They're a little cold.
Yeah, they did add boobs.
I told you.
Yeah. Anyways.
And that's cultural boob
yeah.
appropriation.
So what I was gonna say about Watch Dog Legion
Yeah.
was that I kind of just wish that I could just have a character creator. This permadeath, like recruiting people that then you get to play as,
But
annoys
they all
me.
have different movesets, Ian.
I don't care.
It looks interesting.
They all have different. They all have different
I'm
movesets.
not saying
I
I
could
think-
just assign those movesets instead of to playing them, because I might just find one moveset and think it's cool for the rest of the game, and then when I lose that character, I'm just gonna
It's
use.
not permadeath. They're just short. They're gone for a short period.
So that's even dumber. Just
Because
fucking
they're in the hospital or in jail.
either take the fucking character, and they probably have some mini game for jail where you have to break them back out or something.
Yeah.
Either just give me a fucking character creator.
And okay, well, I understand where you're coming from. I'm not saying every game should do the Watch Dogs Legion thing. I think it's cool. I think it's cool for just this game. It's an interesting way to make it like Agents of Mayhem, but good.
Agents of Mayhem with RNG.
Yeah, well, it's not that random. Like, one character is a James Bond.
There will be I'm sure. But you can recruit people off the street.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get good people off the street. You're going to get throwaway lives off the street. You're going to find people in the fucking, like, you're going to do, like, specific missions and get better characters.
Yeah.
But just, letting me customize my own character, having a set
I think
main lead is...
I think there is customization options as well.
That's, yeah, but then when you have a main character that is like, this is their place in the story, not you play as other people and they do little things in the story,
Yeah.
then you can write a better story.
Yeah, that's true.
When you have a singular focus, instead of writing it where it's like, here's your assignment, this is what you do, here's a faceless body to tell you how to do it. I bet there's not going to be like any interesting lieutenant characters. It's just going to be this game where you go do tasks and there will be like some villain that you beat up. Like, that's about it.
But then now the game finally becomes about collectivism, Ian.
No.
Yeah, because we've all become Legion, for we are many.
I think
And then we're gonna overthrow the government. Watch.
I-
The ending is we're gonna overthrow the government and start like, a libcom like me. I'm a libcom.
I don't know what the fuck the liberal community.
No, I'm a libertarian communist. That's where I found myself when I did the political compass.
Yeah.
I'm not quite an ANCOM, which is an anarchist communist. I'm a little bit more authoritarian than that, but still on the libertarian side.
All right.
Where I'm like, you should be able to do whatever drugs you want. God bless.
Twitter's like lost me. No.
Twitter's wild.
No, like they like, this guy likes gaming enough, and so I'm on here, and then it's like, when you go through your For You page
Yeah.
to see what the news is. So I got gaming, but then they were like, you want to see stuff about Team Solo Mid? I'm like, never in my fucking life have I cared
Team
about
what
Team
and who?
Solo Mid. It's a professional team.
Of what?
Anything. Competitive games. It's like fucking being on FaZe.
Oh. Did you know that fucking...
And then also just gaming personalities, esports players. I don't give a shit about Ninja.
Why would I ever?
I don't I don't care about Tim the Tatman. I don't know who Cypher is, and also he
But
looks
Ian,
like a fucking
Fortnite adds the Renegade dance into the game.
Tifu's hot, but I don't care. Like, just go away.
Henry Cavill made a video of himself building a computer, and a lot of people are jacking off to it, apparently.
Because it's hot. I don't care about Riot Games because you're just going to tell me about League of Legends.
They're just bad
I don't care
people.
about League of Legends. I don't care about Smash Bros.
But Ian, Banksy's latest coronavirus-inspired artwork is removed from London Underground.
Wow, what a surprise. It's probably because it was tone deaf. Like everything Banksy does.
Oh, actually, here's something
Yeah.
that actually I think I give a shit about.
What?
DC announces new Rorschach comic series.
Just end it.
Huh?
Just end. No. No, that's all.
Yeah.
The story's been told.
It's
your fucking
Here's
mouth.
the thing. It's called Rorschach, but it's another Watchmen sequel. And it's like there are now 5 fucking Watchmen universes, Ian.
Yeah.
There is the universe in which only Watchmen happened. Period. Just the Alan Moore one. There's the universe in which Watchmen and before Watchmen happened.
Someone made a video called The Fighting Game That Just Can't Catch a Break. What's
Yeah.
the game?
Please don't tell me it's Smash Bros.
No. What's the game? The fighting game that just can't catch a break.
I don't know.
Skullgirls.
Oh.
Because they got rejected from Evo for like the first year.
And then now they've rejected Evo.
Yeah, now they're
Come full circle.
Yeah. And also they're fucking they've rejected Evo at the same time while their lead designer is being a giant not designer, programmer. It's being a big piece of shit.
Mike Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. More so there's this new Rorschach series universe where it's just Watchmen and Rorschach happen. There's the HBO universe, which is the show and the comic happen, but none of the other stuff happen.
Yeah.
Like there's the Doomsday Clock universe, which again only Doomsday Clock and Watchmen happen. It's so fucking stupid. Why do we keep adding bullshit to Watchmen? We only needed the original, and then the HBO series is really fucking good. Just why is before Watchmen a thing? Why is Doomsday Clock a thing? Why is all this other dumb bullshit stuff?
Also, wasn't like fuck. How I know the Watchmen movie
Yeah.
is not great.
Yeah.
Well, it was. I thought it was fine, but like people liked it.
Yeah, it's not as good as the comic because
What they
Zack
tell
Snyder is kinda
about
tone
like
deaf, but yeah.
because that takes place at the end of like the Watchmen aren't a superhero group in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, they were.
They were the second group of Minutemen, essentially.
Yeah. So is that what the comic is like? Like I know the ending's not the same, but it's like
so it's the same story. It's just it's truncated and they changed the ending.
But the Dr. Manhattan ends up on the moon in both ones, right?
Yes.
Okay.
On Mars.
That's all. Hanging out with cars.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's fine. Like the story. The point of Watchmen is that you're dealing with these superheroes when they're no longer fucking needed.
Yeah.
Like, but then if you keep telling these stories about like, look at how needed they used to be, look at how cool they were, look at how great they were, and it's like, yeah, and then they all became giant pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Like,
no, the point of Watchmen is that in the real world, superheroes, much like cops, are stuck being real people, and real people suck and have bad things. And
Yeah.
Rorschach's a huge Republican. Like,
yeah.
like bad.
The whole fucking story because of the Tulsa riots, like
That's the HBO show.
yeah. Oh, that's was that when the HBO show takes place or
No, so the HBO show added the Tulsa stuff in.
Oh, okay.
And it takes place in Tulsa, and it's 35 years after Watchmen, and like 100 years after the Tulsa riots.
Okay. So, anyways, the story's been told.
Yeah,
Shut your fucking mouth.
yeah,
Like DC, if you really need to just rehash old shit, just go kill another Bat Kid. Like,
Yeah.
who cares?
kill Jason Todd again.
Yeah, kill Jason Todd is like
Nobody likes him.
ridiculous because they keep writing him as this fucking
Stop
loser.
making him an anti-hero. I don't care. He's more interesting as a villain. Like, they
Batman's
have
an anti-hero enough. We don't need these fucking dickheads.
Yeah, I don't want. Red Hood is just Batman, but he kills people, and it's
Yeah.
like I don't want that.
Red Hood is just Batman, except Batman's ideals killed him originally, so he got fucking mad.
Red Hood is just the Batman v Superman version of Batman.
Fucking that one shot of like Damian Wayne holding a gun to someone, and there's like Batman doesn't use guns. He's like, "Do I look like Batman? You musty bitch."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's so many like the least. I think comics should move forward,
Yeah.
like off of their fucking character. Like Batman's fine. You know who's more interesting than Batman?
Nightwing.
All of his kids.
Yeah.
Literally all, except for Jason Todd. All of his kids.
Yeah.
Have a fucking thing where it's like Nightwing's in a different city, right?
He's in Bloodhaven, yeah.
So he's in Bloodhaven. Have Red Hood there and have them like fucking like Red Hood's this dickhead anti-villain. What? And they like fight
in
all the time.
2007.
Did
the
this
story
happen?
Batman R.I.P. happened, and Bruce Wayne died, and then there was the battle for the cowl, where all of his children tried to, be the next Batman.
Well, Damian Wayne, did he exist at this point?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Ultimately, Dick Grayson took over, and the new Batman and Robin, which had the same creative team as All-Star Superman, one of the best comic books ever, was Nightwing Batman of Dick Grayson and Damian Robin. So instead of going of straight serious Batman and funny Robin, now we have funny Batman, serious Robin. It's so fucking good.
Okay, I thought the tone you were giving me when you were talking about it's All-Star Superman. I thought it was going to be the greatest comic ever. Batman and Robin one sucks dick.
No, Batman and Robin is the best Batman and Robin. Dick Grayson is so good. It is his fucking... That's where his character arc should end. He's Batman. Damian's Robin. Joker stops committing crimes.
Well, because he doesn't.
And they go to Arkham Asylum to find him, and he's like, you're not him. You're not him. It's not fun anymore. I'm not doing it. You're fucked. And he's just staying there. And that's when we got some of the newest Batman villains, some of the best Batman writing. It was over a decade ago.
I don't know. I like the idea that Joker knows exactly who Batman is, but it's just not funny to tell people who he is.
I don't know. I don't like Joker knowing it's Bruce Wayne, but I like Joker being able to tell that Dick Grayson became Batman by saying, "You're not Batman. You're the old Robin."
Yeah. Fucking no, but like that the joke when he finds out that Bruce Wayne is Batman and Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And he just goes, he's some fucking prissy rich boy with daddy issues, or and fucking,
I was promised.
Bruce was like, that's entirely reductive.
Yeah, I was promised an electric car. I put $10,000. Where is it, Bruce?
Where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce?
Speaking of Harley Quinn, it's part of my week. I finished season 2.
Oh, nice.
It's so good.
I don't like the last episode.
Really? The wedding?
I like how it ends.
You didn't like the wedding episode?
I thought just the whole part of it was fucking boring.
I thought it was funny. I liked that Tim Burton was there.
Was it Tim Burton, or was it just that a guy that Clayface thought was Tim Burton?
I think she calls him something else.
She calls him Gary.
Yeah, she calls him Gary.
Unless maybe Tim Burton's like one of those guys where he's like, the name Tim Burton's much more sexy than Gary Burton.
I think that might have been the joke, but it's so funny.
Yeah. Also, Batman should have just ended with like write out Bruce Wayne as a superhero.
Yeah.
She calls him Gary, but that was the middle picture. That was straight up Tim Burton in the episode.
The second he showed up, I was like, is that Tim Burton with Catwoman?
Oh, I thought...
The second
because of the hair, I thought it was going to be the same fucking joke that a bunch of other people have done, where it's like, who is it? Oh, I can't remember his name, but he's like a really good singer. He got popular when he was like young because someone picked him up when he was like 17 to do like a sound in a movie. I can't remember his fucking name, but he's I
don't know.
Remember that episode? Did you ever watch Parks and Rec?
Yes.
You remember the episode where they go to Beverly Hills to do like Treat Yourself, like the final one?
I didn't watch the last season of Parks and Rec.
I don't think it's in the last season though. But there's an episode where Tom and Donna go to like Beverly Hills to do like the ultimate treat yourself day, and they're at a restaurant, and they're like,
Clay Aiken?
No, it's not Clay Aiken. They're like, Donna's like, don't be too obvious, but look who's right behind you, and Tom's just like stares at him. Oh, it's Josh something.
Josh Groban?
Yeah.
Isn't that a country singer?
No, I can't. You know what? I'm gonna do some Googling now. I'm gonna go down a fucking rabbit hole. Whitney Houston.
Yes.
She sang that song.
Yes.
That was like really famous.
The one from The Bodyguard?
Yes. The Bodyguard. Thank you. That's what I needed next. So The Bodyguard, the guy who got the music for it.
Yeah.
Is the guy who discovered that kid.
I'm glad we've made this chain. I'm glad you knew that you were like she made that famous song, and that I would know what movie the song's from.
Okay, because my I was watching a documentary with my mom about this guy.
Yeah.
He is like, he made a crazy, like he's pretty much just made like a bunch of famous singers, including Whitney Houston.
Okay.
Yeah, because that song that I'm just gonna look. Guy who discovered Whitney Houston. Guy who discovered America. It's called the Native Americans, dickhead. Fuck. I'm having such a trouble right now.
You can't type?
Yeah. Okay, well, this says it's Clive Davis, but that's not who I was talking about.
Well, you were saying is somebody Clive Davis also found.
No, it wasn't Clive Davis. Like, that wasn't the name of the guy. All right, whatever. Moving on.
All right. Anyway, Harley Quinn's a great show.
Yeah.
It's so good. I was reading this thing, and it's like, you know, you do a disservice to Harley Quinn by saying like, oh, it's like a Batman themed Rick and Morty, right? Like when actually it's more like a Batman the Animated Series themed Harvey Birdman.
David Foster.
Dave Foster?
That's his name. He's actually he's related to the fucking Kardashians in a weird way.
Oh, damn.
He's fucking one of the previous wives. No. Well, or he has like kids with someone, like, you know. He's married dumb kids. Also, he's Gigi Hadid's like dad.
Gigi Hadid?
Yeah, Hadid and her sister as well. Or like stepdad or some shit. I don't know.
Oh.
Discography. Nope, that's not where it is. All right, so yeah, Harley Quinn's cool.
Yeah. I like that show a lot.
Yeah.
Who cares if they get a season 3? I'll still watch it, but they end on a good note.
Yeah. Like, you don't... Also, that story's, like, so fucking... Like, that world is fucking destroyed.
Yeah. I mean, there's still questions you could definitely answer. Not questions, but there's still things you could do. Like, I'd love to see them, you know, in their new relationship still doing stuff. But at the end, the question is, like, what does Harley do now? Because she's realized she kind of doesn't want to be a villain.
Yeah.
Right? She wants to still do bad things to bad people.
She wants to just do bad things, but she doesn't want to go out of her way to, like, murder people.
Yeah.
She'll kill someone.
She'll kill people if she wants, but, like, yeah.
It was Josh Groban.
Josh Groban.
Yeah.
We worked our way back around. No, but yeah, I love that show. So, again, I'd love to see them spin that off because I love those characters and those versions of those characters specifically.
If they did a season 3 where it was a bunch of short stories about the characters that we already know.
Yeah, just an episodic season 3 that's
fucking
like...
do a Batgirl series.
Or, yeah, spin off into a Batgirl series in that world. That'd be cool. Because I love that. I love that take on Gordon is so good in that show.
The things they set up, though, is like they set stuff up for a third season. They just don't set like much up for Harley and Ivy.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like, yeah, we could see more of Batgirl and Gordon. We could see more of Batman. And Damian was like only in one episode.
You know, it was fucking really funny, actually.
Yeah.
It's a previous episode. It's like an earlier season. It's either in season 2 or season 1. But where Clayface, he acts like he's Aquaman. But you're just like, come on, Clayface. That's like, he's like, it is I, Aquaman.
And then when Aquaman shows up, he talks like that.
Yeah, he talks exactly like Clayface.
It is I, Aquaman. It's like so close.
Is King Shark, who's King Shark a villain for?
The Flash.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I just thought, like, they didn't really have the Flash.
Huh?
Like, they don't really have the Flash in Harley Quinn.
No, he just shows up like once.
He shows
trips
up
out that window, which was funny.
Yeah, no, that's like, they just like fucking get him out of there real quick every time. It's like he shows up, he gets put inside the picture book, he fucking gets back, and he's like, gotta go check on Star City, and then just dives out the window.
Yeah, gotta go back to Central City.
Central, that's what it is. Star is Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you could do in that universe that has nothing to do with Harley.
When Wonder Woman looks at Superman when the Parademon's talking. Oh, what? Because I'm an alien. I know how to speak the alien language. That's real racist.
I do, but...
I do speak a little Parademon, but be better.
Yeah.
That was a good app.
Yeah, no, it's everything. That show is so good.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about Damian Wayne anymore. I think he sucks. As a kid, he's just lame as shit.
Well, he's unlike all the other Robins, he's a serious boy.
Yeah.
But I liked what they did with that, where it's like he's so young.
He's so young that like it's gross
It's
that
weird.
that everyone thinks it's so cute that he's out there, but he's a maniacal little shithead.
Yeah.
And he's like fucking 12, but he's
Yeah.
aware that the rest of the Teen Titans are fucking each other. And he's like, he even asked Batman, was like, "Wait, can I start having sex?" And he's like,
That's a great. That honestly, the Damien episode is one of the best episodes of season 1.
I think if they did a Catwoman episode where her and Bruce like were hooked up like in that universe as well.
Yeah.
Well, they already did.
Yeah, clearly.
Because there's a throwaway line in season 1 where Harley's like, "I
He
want an
waxes everything.
Yeah, she says, "I want an arch nemesis who's got some hair on his chest," and she's like, "You don't want Batman then?" And
Catwoman told me he waxes everything.
yeah, he waxes everything. Yeah, God, every single fucking thing that happens to Charlie Brown in that show.
Yeah, Kite Man.
Yeah, feels so bad.
So,
Well, because he's not only is he like a
although
mediocre villain.
he gets to walk away, sort of the bigger man.
Yeah,
at
no,
the end,
that's
which is
that's
cool.
nice that he gets to one to
Yeah,
be
he
the one
doesn't-
to officially call it off.
Yeah, he doesn't get fucked over and fucked over and fucked
Because
over. and fucked
he's
over.
so like I remember reading something when I was looking up like, God damn, is his name actually Charlie Brown?
Yeah,
That someone was like someone wrote an article called like The Tragic History of Kite Man or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's that as tragic in the show, but in the show his parents are two people with superpowers that are fucking so depressed that their
Yeah.
kid didn't get born with superpowers. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's, and like it's literally a child who can never live up to his parents' expectations, and they're like, it feels fucking bad. That's all.
in his vows, he's like, and then we can have our parents over for dinner my parents over for dinner when they start talking to me again.
Yeah. They're so shitty. I fucking hate them.
It's so funny.
He did like he's such a nice dude. He's like
Yeah.
basic bitch, but like he's so fucking good.
Yeah, it's so funny because they introduce him and he's like kind of an asshole.
He's not really an asshole. He's more just like a guy who thinks overconfidence is what gets you chicks.
Yeah.
He even just like gets naked inside of Ivy's place, and because he's so dumb and he thinks like, woman's taking me back to her place. Booyah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give some dick. And then Ivy's literally like, I'm trying to save a bunch of kids' lives right now.
And she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then he evolves into like a much better character.
Yeah.
I loved, honestly, season 2 is so good.
Yeah.
Because it's like the show goes from like goofy through like season 1. The show kind of has this arc to go from like goofy comedy, episodic,
Yeah.
getting the gang together show to like by the end you're like, oh wow, this has become like an actual adventure with stakes and I care about the characters. And then season 2 is like, this is an adventure show that has comedy in it.
Fucking okay. 1 second. Am I just remembering the character's name wrong? Is it Mr. Freeze or Dr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze.
He should be a doctor, shouldn't he?
He is. He's
No, but I mean,
Dr.
like-
Victor Freeze.
Yeah, but so like he should have a doctor somewhere in that
you know
title.
that it was fucking Alfred Molina as Mr. Freeze?
I'm so upset that they killed him because he is so funny.
He's so good.
Yeah, like when he's like at his intro, because he's not involved in like the whole first season.
Yeah.
It was with them like calling him in, and he like freezes the door and makes this dramatic entrance,
And he blows the door off
and
the thing.
everyone's just sitting there like going like, ugh, and he's like, sorry, your door would not open. And they're like, it was a pull, and he's like, my bad.
That might be it.
Yeah, no, he's really funny, and also the fact that Harley thinks he's
Well, the one I
evil,
told you that when I
maniacal
said
loser.
the one that I told you when I was telling you to watch season 2 was the organized criminals of Gotham. Hold on, I am not organized criminal. I am not.
Yeah.
I'm fighting to fix my sick wife.
I'm
and how are
fighting-
you funding this endeavor? Organized crime.
Organized crime. Move on. He's very funny, but like the whole thing with Harley like instilling like her own sense of justice shit on him, where she's like, I gotta save this woman. He's clearly a crazy psychopath. Look at him. He's a supervillain. And because also he froze his wife in the most terrifying way. She's like sitting in there like, ah.
Yeah. And
He's like
so then
feeding her through like a single tube.
he thinks she thinks he's like a huge asshole because of like the context and how she doesn't trust dudes anymore.
Yeah.
Because of the stuff that happened with her
With the Joker, yeah.
and her dad.
Uh-huh.
And then
Then they open it up and they
open
expect
it
her
up.
to be like, oh my god, the like
thank you for saving me. Well, why I think that's so funny is it's almost this meta commentary because originally that was, or sorry, in the from the 90s cartoon to like the modern day, that was Mr. Freeze's backstory. And then Scott Snyder in the New 52 decided he was going to be edgy, and that Mr. Freeze actually projected, and she wasn't his wife. She was frozen before he met her, but she was just some model.
Yeah.
And he convinced himself it was his wife.
Oh.
And like, it's this edgelord bullshit story.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really funny that the show is like, no, I bet she didn't even ever marry him, because like literally in the New 52 they changed it to that.
And then she comes out of the ice and she's immediately like, my lovely husband who I have loved so much. No, she assumes he found the cure because she knew that she wasn't going to be unfrozen until she did. And then he just like looks up and says, you have about an hour. She's going to die in an hour. And if this isn't fixed, I'm killing all of you.
Yeah.
And then they get Ivy, and then they make it so that
it's so good.
And then also he dies saving his wife. I literally think that his wife should be like a villain in like the second season.
That would be our third season,
Third season, where she's like back as like.
It was so funny she was funny on the fucking Bachelorette episode.
Oh, she's funny whenever she shows up.
Yeah.
Also, I like her design.
Yeah.
With her like blue lips because she was frozen for so long. Because she definitely has the same thing as Freeze.
You know what? You could fucking make her Killer Frost in this universe.
Sure. Unless Killer Frost already exists.
Oh, yeah. She might have been at the wedding.
I think she was.
Shit.
That fucking wedding was so... Like,
there's so many characters there. Man-Bat's there.
Gordon doing his fucking plan is ridiculous. Also, when Harley starts beating the shit out of the guy just because he has a mustache.
The guy right Gordon. Next to him.
She's like, Gordon, I got you. And he's like, oh, fuck.
I love that Gordon is the offensive Irish priest.
Yeah.
Like he beats the priest and takes the outfit and the beard.
Yeah.
And then he does the Irish accent.
But like
even though nobody had met him.
Yeah, him talking to the priest and he's like, Father, I'm sorry, I need to confess my twins. It's unorthodox, but fine, I can listen. He's like, I knocked out a priest, and then he beats the shit out of him. It's a good ass show.
Do you, Poison Ivy, do you take this man to be a lawfully wedded husband?
Nathan's Irish, by the way, guys.
I am like a quarter Irish or whatever.
Well, your last name makes you seem really Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a Mick in there.
I got him. Well, here's the thing. Mick's usually Scottish. Mac is usually Irish, but this is a Mick name that's Irish.
Yeah. Well, also, Mick is an offensive thing to call an Irish person.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah. Unless your name is Mick Lauer, a.k.a. Rice Pirate.
Oh, yeah.
That dude has an interesting life. He actually... You know him, right?
Well, I know of him. Yes.
Yeah, obviously. It would be cool to know him, but I don't. But like he had this old podcast called Sleepy Cabin.
Yeah.
He did it with like Oni and Stamper and Psychic Pebbles.
Yeah, I remember when that was a thing.
Yeah. So when Stamper wasn't fucking crazy...
when was that?
Oh, it was before he ran out of San Diego because gangs were chasing him out because he fucked someone's girlfriend. Like, Stampers has like a whole crazy story to him, but Rice Pirate did like a significant amount of he did like a couple years in London.
Oh yeah,
like and like grade school and shit, and his name's Mick.
Yeah, so.
Teachers in London were like, I'm not fucking calling you that. And he's like, but that's my name. She's like, I can't. So I think they called him like Mac or Mike or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, Harley Quinn's a good show.
It's great.
Move on from that. I think we just went into the weeks. We're
in the weeks. Yeah. I'm out of news.
I watched a show this week.
What is it?
Called Close Enough.
I haven't heard of it.
It is by J.G. Quintel, the guy who made Regular Show.
Oh, is that the Queeby one?
No.
Is that the...
It is a short, it's like a cartoon. Well, it is a cartoon, but I mean, it's...
10-minute episodes?
12, 15-minute episodes, you know?
Okay.
But it's like a double episode. It's like classic cartoons.
Oh, okay.
Like SpongeBob and shit.
Yeah, I'm feeling
it was... Here's the thing. When you finish that show, it says Cartoon Network at the end of it.
Yeah.
That show's not on Cartoon Network. It never was going to be on Cartoon Network. It was going to be on TBS.
Okay.
Yeah. This is an adult show, by the way. Like, it's in the same realm as Simpsons and Family Guy. And Rick and Morty, Harley Quinn, and all those. And so it was supposed to be on TBS. TBS, shelved it for fucking, 2 years. And then HBO Max picked it up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
That's the one. I knew it's the cartoon.
So there's like 8 episodes, technically 16 episodes.
Yeah, it says 15 segments. A couple faces various challenges as they transition from their 20s to their 30s.
Yeah, so it's about a guy. I don't know what their jobs are because that's not the important part of the show. One of them's like a game dev, and the other one's like a performance bitch. Like, they live in LA. Mm-hmm. They're like a young couple. They have like a 4.
The reason why it has Cartoon Network, well, because Warner owns Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
and the production company's Cartoon Network Studios.
Yeah,
so it's HBO Max is the network, but they produced it.
Does Warner own TBS as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably why it was supposed to go to TBS when really it should have gone to Adult Swim. Because J.G. Quintel did regular show on
Broadcasting. Yeah, it's owned by Warner Media.
Yeah, but fucking regular show, when you watch that, every single time I watch regular show, I'm like, yeah, this show should have just been like a show for adults.
Yeah,
because it's already like has a late teens vibe, but then they have to like reel it in too much because it is a kids show.
Yeah. 261 episodes.
Yeah, regular and a movie.
Oh, because they were 11-minute long eps.
But that's still 130 episodes.
Yeah.
When you put them like in their time slot.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, but it's a lot more, man.
The show is just about a dad and a mom just trying to raise their kid, but they live in Los Angeles and everything's too expensive. They have student debt and shit. But they also live with a divorced couple, like the same house building or whatever.
Oh, is it like a townhouse or is it like a?
It's like a weird condo townhouse deal.
Okay.
Where their landlord is this black lady with like a white kid, but she apparently they don't tell you. There's just an episode where she just says, "I know I used to be a private investigator and I would go around town and you were always scared," and like it was some shit.
Like a big exposition dump at once.
Yeah, it's just like, what? Jesus. And also I didn't know that was her son the whole time. I thought like
you thought there was just like a random.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
but you watched all of it?
I watched most of it.
Okay.
I'm like more than halfway through. I have like 2 more episodes.
Okay.
So, but like their roommates is this.
So they were roommates.
They're a divorced couple. No, like they have 2 other roommates.
It was a joke.
Fuck. They're a divorced couple. It's like a young, hot, like Asian girl.
Yeah.
She's Japanese. That's actually like a fucking point later on, where it's his wife and the Japanese girl. Woman, walking next to each other, and this like homeless dude's like, "Oh my god, she's so fucking hot." And he's like, "Who, my wife?" And he's like, "Your wife's the Japanese woman?" And he's like, "No, my wife's on the other side." And he's like, "She's all right." But so, and her husband is a former UCLA professor who used to teach history, and he specialized in Vikings. Played by Jason Mantzoukas. And guess what? He looks like Jason Mantzoukas.
That's great.
Like, and he's doing his character.
He's just doing his.
Yeah. They did a Logan's Run episode. They did a Logan's Run episode where they go to a bar called Logan's. And there's like a dude who shows up and he's like 40. And the guy goes, "Oh, you get our VIP package because you're an older man." And they put him on this table in the center of a room, and it's like this fucking diamond, like this ruby couch.
Yeah.
And he starts flying up into the air, and he looks up, and he's like, "It's a white light. I feel so good right now." And then as he gets closer, it's spinning fan blades.
Oh my
and
God.
He goes inside, he gets fucking murdered. And they're just sitting there, and they're like, "We're over 30." So they have to fucking chill out and like hide that they're young.
Yeah. And
he accidentally reveals that like the leads accidentally revealed they're over 30. And fucking Jason Mantzoukas' character was like, "Fuck that, I'm a boomer." Or he starts yelling things he knows. Turns out the guy who was running the bar was like older than all of them.
Yeah.
And then they called him out. Or they find out because he was like, "I just wanted everyone to be young. I just think all old people should die." Like that movie Logan's Run. And Jason Mantzoukas' character is just like, "Bro, did you just make a reference to a movie made in 1972? And he's like, and then they like pull his hat off and they find out he's bald underneath. And he just like looks old.
That's funny.
Yeah, so this is a good show.
Sounds cool.
It's cute. It's like cartoony. I definitely hyped it up more in my brain throughout the years because the trailer sold the show like really well.
Yeah.
And then I waited all this time, and then it's like, it's finally out. And I go watch it, and I'm like, it's just okay.
I think the Queeby one that I was thinking of was the Bob's Burgers one.
They're making a Bob's Burgers thing for Queeby?
No, it's maybe it's not for Queeby either. But I think it's called Central Park.
Central Perk.
Central Park?
Yeah.
I thought that's the name of the thing from Friends.
Yeah, I think it's there. That's the joke. They're referencing it. It's
Okay.
probably like similar cast or whatever.
Central Park, it's like a musical comedy.
I'm just gonna look it up.
Queeby. Maybe it's not Queeby. Maybe that one's Hulu or something. But like whatever.
Yeah.
Too many of those.
Cartoon. Just Queeby cartoon.
Yep.
Is it vulture.com? Is anyone watching Queeby?
No.
Well, there's Your Daily Horoscope. That's a show.
Your Daily Horoscope.
Yeah.
I heard that the sort of Entertainment Tonight show thing that they do is pretty good.
Yeah, I really don't care. I should have figured this out. It's probably not Central Park, but whatever.
I think it's just Central Park.
Yeah, maybe. Cartoons are cool, especially adult-oriented ones, because they can do interesting things with good storylines.
Yep. Speaking of adult-oriented, not cartoons, I started watching season 2 of Doom Patrol because that's out now.
Yeah, you sent me a snap of that.
Yeah.
I remember like putting up the volume up and like actually hearing what they said, but I cannot remember what they said.
Okay, so it was the scene. So in one of the episodes, they introduce an adaptation of something from the Grant Morrison comics where there's something going on. And these two people walk in jumpsuits to this party. There's a huge party, right?
Yeah.
These two people walk in jumpsuits, and they're like, everybody stop what you're doing. Get your hands off of each other. And Cyborg is like, who the hell are you? Baby, we're the sex men.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
And it's essentially a Ghostbusters parody where they've got to bust sex ghosts to stop a sex demon from destroying the Earth. Nice. It's great.
It's dumb as fuck.
It's
that's funny.
awesome. It's in the comics too. The sex men were in the comics, although it was different. It wasn't a Ghostbusters parody in the comics.
Fuck yeah.
Bless you.
It's good
but,
sneeze.
But yeah, Doom Patrol season 2.
Sneeze in your shirt like an adult.
Yeah. Doom Patrol season 2 is great.
Like a pimple growing on the side of my nose.
I hate when that happens.
And especially, I'm prone to picking my nose.
Yeah.
And I can feel it when I go for it.
Oh.
But like it's not out because my skin's not that dry. Like
that sucks.
Yeah, so it's just there. It sucks because it only happens when I'm working overnights. And my work.
So it means the lack of sleep is stressing you out.
Yeah. Well, also my fucking job stresses me out.
Yeah. Well,
there was a flood at work. I forgot to tell you about that part. So when you go to make cardboard, you have to make glue of some sort. It's called starch. Well, it's like a starchy fucking gluey substance that dries really easily.
It's called nut.
It kind of looks like nut. Not gonna lie.
It
looks like nut, but there's something wrong with your
most
nut.
glue looks kind of like nut.
When we used to, before we use this like red shit. It's like an additive. Don't know what it does because I don't fucking care. But like it makes it kind of pinkish. Mm-hmm. We took it out for a while to use like a different kind of additive, and it was fucking stark white. And literally, I picked it up one time. Like I had to deal with like this. It got all gelatinous.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this feels like when I just haven't masturbated in like fucking a week.
Yeah.
It feels like when the first time I beat off when we were on our road trip, which was like 12 to 14 days in. You're on a road trip with 3 dudes, and a lot of the time you were in camps. I waited till we were in like a hotel.
I was gonna say, like you were in camp, like a campsite, like in a tent?
We camped a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
So like when we got to like our first
were
hotel,
you all in the same tent?
No.
Okay.
So I could have,
yeah.
But then I also would have had cum all over my hand. I would have to wipe it up with something and either keep it in my bag or walk like far enough and like throw it somewhere. And then I got this one, I'm littering. 2, I'm nut littering. And then also I'd have to go take a piss somewhere. Well, I don't have to, but it's good to do that.
Yeah.
So I didn't until we were at like a hotel, and then like
bathroom.
David and Blake were in the other room, like
Cranker.
just watching like fucking Rick and Morty or something. Because when we on the trip, Rick and Morty was just coming out.
Yeah.
So I just go into the bathroom and I just fucking went for it. It was like a fucking minute. It was so fast. I tried to keep it go to like I was like, come on, I need to have a bit more than this, but it was literally like, I don't care.
It's on the roof.
Yeah. Oh god, it's everywhere. Like
Spider-Man shit.
Yeah.
But no, Doom Patrol.
I fucking cared a lot less when, like, next time I went on vacation.
Yeah.
When I was sharing a room with someone, I'm just like, they're out of the room. It's like beat off time. It's one a day.
Yeah.
Sorry, Maggie.
I have to not do that as much now.
Why?
One thing I learned in my last relationship is that...
You beat off too much?
Yep. Because it's like, oh, now we're in the real situation that beating off is supposed to
I'm
prepare you
desperately
for.
lonely. No one's going to fuck me. So I'm just going to keep going at it right now.
No, it's like, now I'm at the situation where it's like, this is what I've been preparing for.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, honestly, I can't do this as fast as I can just...
Yeah.
And so now it's like, cool. You go until you're too tired to keep going.
Uh-huh. Oh, wait. So, like...
Yeah.
When you're doing it.
Yeah.
Like, when you're beating off.
No, when I'm like...
When I'm
like
beating off
doing
inside of
actual
someone.
sex. When I'm doing the sex.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Yeah, none of this is as good as beating off because I've been doing it. I've been doing it 1 to 2 times a day for 5 years.
You know, I also heard that from someone, like when I was younger.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say his name, but the first time he fucked someone, it was a friend who doesn't hang out with us anymore. And he fucked one of our friends we still have.
Yeah.
I'll tell you off air, but not here.
Yeah.
And he, oh man,
couldn't get it up.
No, he did. He did it.
Yeah.
And then said, one, criticized her grooming. And it's like, all right, dickhead. And then 2, talked about for a while out loud to other people. So like real burn on this person.
Yeah.
The person's Vagoo. That he's like, my hand was better. And I'm like, bro, maybe you just had shitty sex. Like, that's it.
So my situation is very similar, and it's that, yeah, sex is good, but if you're used to the immediacy and familiarity of your own hand and not having to worry about impressing another person,
Yeah.
you just go. Like, you're just like, bam, 30 seconds, baby.
Is
I'm
your mom
moving
still in the other room, or she
ridiculously
go back
fast.
upstairs?
I don't know. It's not my problem. That's
Yeah. Well, no, she listens to it later, so
yeah. I don't think she listens to them anymore.
that's fine.
But yeah,
it makes
man,
me feel better, to
you're
be
just
honest.
like, right?
Yeah.
But like during doing it, you're like, cool, this is great, but like I can't come.
All right.
I'll go until you're ready to be done.
Maybe
ma'am.
do it with someone else then. All right, let's move on because I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay. Anyway, Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
You're the one that started talking about jerking off this time.
Yeah,
Ian.
you were the one who transitioned into fucking other people.
All right, Ian.
Yeah. Eat shit.
That's right. We were gonna have a nice talk about jacking off until you decided to bring up sex.
Yeah, you weirdo. Jacking off has nothing to do with sex.
God damn it.
All right, Doom Patrol, the sex
Doom
man.
Patrol.
It's a good second season. Is it all out or is it a weekly release?
It's still coming out weekly. It's less episodes than the first season. It's only going to be 9 instead of the 15 that is season 1.
Okay.
But
Just arbitrary numbers on both of them.
yeah, well, it's supposed to be 10 for season 2, but then coronavirus, so now it's only 9. But it's a very good show. It's Doom Patrol's so good. At its core, even though I talk about the goofier parts, it is at its core a character drama that happens to take place in a world that features both comedy and surreal elements. And so it's able to do all of those things really well. But ultimately, yeah, it's a show about a bunch of broken people that have to come together and learn to be better. It's not even really a superhero show.
Yeah. Well, it's a show that has superheroes in it and people with powers.
Yeah, it has powers, but they're not really superheroes. They kind of just, things happen and they decide that they have to be
It's not really
involved.
a commentary on superheroes either, right?
No.
It's not The Boys, is what I'm saying.
No, it's not The Boys. It takes place in the DC universe. Like, the only real superhero character is Cyborg, who is great in this.
Is it Cyborg?
Yeah.
Like actual Cyborg?
Yeah, like actual Cyborg.
Sick.
Yeah, it's
I
the
love
best.
him.
It's really good.
We were fucking goofing me and Anthony in our text messages yesterday about like voice actors and not. He's like, yeah, we got to cancel. I think he said we have to cancel BoJack Horseman because the guy who voices him isn't a horse. But I was like, do you not know Will Arnett's name? I didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking
That's what
back
you
to
thought.
now.
You were like,
'Cause I
hold on,
don't
do you
remember him saying Will Arnett. And then I was like, we got to cancel that black dude who plays Cyborg because he's not
Not a
half robot.
But the cyborg in Doom Patrol is great. Like, ultimately, he's more of a straight man character because he has less trauma than everybody else.
Yeah. Well, his thing is just that he was in a horrific accident, and his dad turns him into a robot.
And his mom died.
Bummer.
Yeah. But he still obviously has trauma. It's just like compared to Cliff Steele Robot Man, who's like, cool, but I'm put in a fully robot body that looks ugly, and I cannot breathe, eat, drink, urinate, have
Does he
sex,
have those desires still?
touch.
Though?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Well, he'd probably have.
Yeah, he's a human brain in a fully robot body, and he has no sense of feel. He has no sense of taste.
Actually, if you have no nut,
yeah,
like doesn't your genitals for men at least generate testosterone? So if you don't, because it's like when you fucking neuter a dog,
yeah,
they don't get those urges anymore. Any dog that still humps like after they get their shit cut off,
but you would still probably feel something.
you would feel arousal probably, like, or you would be attracted to things, but I don't think you would like have the or if you also if he had sex before he turned into a robot, he'll remember it fondly with those emotions.
He did.
Yeah, so
his problem was that he cheated on his wife a lot.
So he remembers that sex was really cool.
Yeah.
But he
And now
doesn't.
he can't do it
like his
anymore.
body, yeah, he's like, I can't do this thing I used to love. But there's nothing inside of him anymore saying, "Bro, you want to do this right now."
Yeah, like
It's like nostalgia for what he used to do.
because Cliff Steele's background character is he's played by Brendan Fraser.
Best.
Yeah, and
Does he look like a man, or is he just full robot?
no, he's Robot Man.
Did they actually have Brendan Fraser in like a
He's
suit?
not in the suit. It's a different actor in the suit, and Brendan Fraser does the voice. But when you see
Bummer for the guy in the suit.
no, he's great.
No, I know, but like
He's got a paycheck, man.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but I bet he would have got a higher paycheck if he was doing the voice as well.
Yeah,
It's like everyone remembered that James Earl Jones is Darth Vader.
yeah.
Who the fuck was the guy in the suit?
Oh, I used to know his name.
I'm sure I used to as well, but James Earl Jones is the one who matters.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones shouldn't have voiced Darth Vader because Darth Vader's a white dude.
They didn't know that.
Well, we actually did because Luke and Leia are both white.
He wasn't their father initially.
You're right. That was George Lucas's wife who made that call.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you go back, there's actually a comic that was the original Episode 5. Han Solo and Chewie are not characters in it.
Yeah, because they're
Luke
too
and
expensive.
Leia are like, ooh boy.
Yeah, like they really play up the Luke Leia romance
Yeah.
and whatever that's called.
I don't know. Like, it's actually not that. It's pretty well written in my opinion. It's just that Luke very much becomes Han.
Yeah,
Like
he's
in there.
like oh you're
He spent like a fucking day or two with this dude, and all of a sudden he adapts his entire personality.
because we can't afford Harrison Ford anymore, so we have to write a version without him.
Well, I think they were writing. I think George was probably writing that story
Yeah,
when he like right after Episode 4 came out.
it was before it came out.
So he didn't know it was going to be such a banger and make like a couple good.
because the movie like broke records when it came out. Like people loved it.
It was also the thing that pioneered like sci-fi as like a thing that we all enjoy.
Yeah, it was essentially like it plus Jaws coming out in the same decade basically solidified what like the big blockbuster thing was.
Yeah, and then also Jaws came out in the 70s.
Yeah.
Because Star Wars
when
was
did you think?
1977. Yeah. So,
Jaws, I believe, 75.
Yeah. Bro, I'm going to cry super hard when Mark Hamill dies.
Oh, dude. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Because he's like the coolest man.
He's awesome.
He's super nice. Like, he's literally done nothing wrong.
Anyway,
we don't know what he's done wrong.
Yeah, we don't know what he's done
And he's
wrong.
just really... Maybe that's the thing is Mark Hamill's like super intimidating when he's like trying to. So he's like probably like, you know, just done some awful shit. And he's like, you shut your fucking mouth.
That's why he's so good as playing Fire Lord Ozai
And the Joker.
in The Joker.
And Goro Majima.
Goro Majima.
Yeah.
I don't know why my Japanese voice is that.
It's like deep.
It's
bullshit.
so Yakuza. It's
Yeah.
just like...
Because that's what you know.
Yeah, that's what I know the best.
You played like Yakuza before you were watching anime.
That's not true, but...
I think it's fucking true.
No, I started watching anime in like 2013, 2014. I played Yakuza 4 in 2015.
All right, whatever.
But no, but it's just what I think of when I think of... Because like anime has very unrealistic acting, And then like Yakuza, it's a little bit more naturalistic. Not a lot more, a little bit more.
I think that was my original problem with voice acting, like English dubs back in the day.
Yeah.
English dubs are phenomenal now. Like they're all really good. But back in the day, they were like really trying to emulate the tone and the way the other
with Japanese. Do it.
Now they do it a little more natural and like they feel like different characters. But it's like Japanese, they have this theatrical way of performing. It's like But then you go. It's like if you go watch. I'm sure it's actually the equivalent of watching He-Man back in the day.
Yeah.
So, but the Japanese never moved beyond that, where Western audiences were like, "This is just characters, and we're all doing voices and having fun." And like, "Hi, I'm Patrick." Hi, I'm Patrick. Yeah, like, but it's not like, "Oh, I am Patrick Star, and I'm a fucking idiot."
Yeah, but it's like action shows were always like that. Like, look at Transformers, look at He-Man, look at Whereas, like now, like
can we
when
get
you
some
look at
good Western animated like action shows again? Like, I know we have some, like technically Castlevania.
Yeah, Avatar,
She-Ra,
Castlevania,
Avatar,
She-Ra,
Dragon
Voltron
Prince.
for the first few years.
Voltron, pretty much everyone who was associated with Avatar, to be honest. Yeah, so like those are all really good. But then you get like, remember that there was like that 2011 what's the one?
Thundercats.
The 2011 Thundercats was fucking really good looking and was sick. And then now we got Thundercats Roar, which everyone's dug on it about how it looks like shit.
I don't think it looks like shit.
I think it looks like shit.
It's whatever. It's a cartoon. It's for kids.
But that's the thing, is all the kids' cartoons are all these same fucking CalArt style. No, not actually. But like, you know, they all have these fucking like.
But it makes
like
sense.
Everyone's super fucking round and they're all jokes. Like it's nothing. Like there's no good storylines anymore. I think the last good cartoon was fucking like Gravity Falls.
But Ian, the CalArt style that you are harping on so much,
I don't actually care about that.
I know, but the CalArt style that people harp on so much, there's a lot of good shows with that. And the reason why people use it is because they're popular. Gravity Falls,
Steven Universe,
Adventure Time, Steven Universe.
You know, actually, Steven Universe has a pretty good blend where like Steven, he's very round and like fun shaped, but then everyone else is like angular and has like their own.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, right? Of course, okay, we have this Thundercats thing.
Steven
Nobody
Universe
watched the 2011 Thundercats. Nobody did. It made no money. Hey, do you know what people watched? Steven Universe. Do you know what's over? Steven Universe. So let's make Thundercats the new Steven Universe.
Thank
we can make
God
the same
Steven
tone.
Universe Future was actually only one season.
Yeah.
Like that. Oof, that was a good choice. Did not watch it because I think it sounds dumb, but
apparently it's good. But I just didn't stick around with the show.
Well, when I was watching, because I watched all of Steven Universe, but like I watched it like how people should watch Bleach and Naruto, where I
skipped everything.
What?
You skipped a lot of stuff?
I skipped everything that didn't sound like it was plot focused.
Steven Universe is good. The problem was that there was too much time between episodes, and you're like, "Oh, sick! I waited a month for a bunch of new episodes, and like,
then only one of them was
Story.
significant." Yeah, and
you're like,
they were like, "It's the Steven bomb. There's 5 episodes, half an hour every day, and then we're gonna go off the air for fucking 3 years again." Like,
yeah, at least when Gravity Falls did that, where they were like, "Let's go 8 months between episodes," like every episode was still like really cool.
And then that whole show, like,
whereas I think I'd like those
also,
more fillery Steven Universe
every
episodes
episode
in
of
like
Gravity
a binge
Falls
watch vibe
is important.
Yeah,
every episode of Steven Universe not important,
but it's because Steven Universe is in the Adventure Time style.
Yeah, same with Adventure Time. There's important episodes of Adventure Time,
but Adventure Time didn't have those giant hiatuses between episodes
Adventure Time
airing.
was hot,
and
like,
it was much more popular. Yeah, like it was like, oh, we need to always have Adventure Time.
Where Adventure Time got like literally everyone. Steven Universe
they started
got, like,
getting 52 episode seasons. It means you have a new episode every week forever for an entire year.
And then they would probably get like 3 months off, and then they'd start it up again.
Yeah.
I think every show.
I didn't even finish Adventure Time, but
me neither, because I fell out of it.
I still think that show's quite good.
I think there's really good episodes of it. Like there's also really good character growth with Finn.
Well, even like the fucking one-off episodes are fun.
Yeah. It's just I get tired of the way that they write shows, because Pendleton Ward is absolutely like.
Would you say that Pendleton Ward is the 2010s as Joss Whedon?
No.
No? Why?
Because Pendleton Ward's only made 2 good shows.
I guess.
And hasn't made a movie yet. Well, and also
Adventure
the
Time
second show is like, it's all depending on how you feel about conversations about the brain and like metaphysical
You
bullshit.
forgot Bravest Warriors.
Bravest Warriors?
It's another Pendleton One show.
Oh, that one. 3 good shows.
Yeah.
Bravest Warriors is like what his thing was, like their online thing he wanted to do, where he's like, we can swear a bit.
Just a bit.
Yeah. Where like you could say like
Bravest
one
Warriors is good. They went on, again, too many hiatuses.
Yeah, well, it's because it was something they were doing when Adventure Time wasn't on. But then Bravest Warriors had like
it was just on all the time. That's the problem.
When they weren't writing anymore for Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Like they did all the storyboarding and stuff for the show and then sent it out and was like, just episodes are coming out. Pendleton Ward's sitting there with like his crew and they're just like, you want to just animate something and put it on Frederator's YouTube channel?
Yeah.
They were like, all right, sure. So they made like a bunch of shorts where like people have sex and they swear and like and they made Catbug, which is great.
Catbugs are great.
Like fuck. When did you fall out of Rooster Teeth? Did you ever listen to the podcast?
Never was into Rooster Teeth. I got in when
Funhouse?
with Funhouse and SP7.
Okay. So I used to be a big Rooster Teeth fan.
Yeah.
I watched up to like season 8 of Red vs. Blue.
I think I watched like maybe the first season, but I never really gave
I
a
think
shit
the
about
first
Rooster Teeth.
7 seasons of Red vs. Blue is really good. But Red vs. Blue is pretty much like 7 movies. Like, because that's actually how they sold their seasons.
Yeah.
Was they would just play them together like an episode and they would cut out the like title cards and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like a bunch of hour-and-a-half movies. Mm-hmm. And then became 2-hour movies because the seasons got longer and higher production value.
Yeah.
And then they killed off my favorite character. That's why I stopped watching. But there's just this story Bernie tells that he was drunk at like fucking PAX and he's just like stands up at the end of the table and everyone's like looking like, oh, the CEO of our company, he's right there. And he just goes, I am Catbug. And he blacked out.
That's funny.
Yeah. So that's a good show.
Uh-huh.
Bravest Warriors, not Rooster Teeth.
Not Rooster Teeth.
Go work for Rooster Teeth Animation.
Yeah, I think I never got into Red versus Blue because I never liked Halo.
That's fine. I could get that. Oh man. I don't want to talk about other podcasts, but like Halo just brought something up that was like a big piss off.
Yeah.
Halo 3 just came out on PC.
Yeah. Didn't they change Halo 2 to have a reference to Halo 5 in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But only it's like I think
that the deuteragonist of Halo 5 is in
Locke.
Halo 2.
Yeah, he's in like one cutscene and I think only in the anniversary edition.
Yeah.
So like I think if you play in the old like version, because I don't think because in Halo 1 when they did their anniversary edition, it was while you were playing you could press like the select button on the controller.
Yeah.
I think it's the tilde on keyboard and mouse, and you would actually switch between graphics with no loading screens.
Yeah. Do you know who developed that Halo anniversary that people didn't really like? That Halo 1 anniversary is like kind of people didn't like it. Do you know who did it?
Who?
Gearbox.
It's not the reason why people don't like it is because they over designed all the locations.
Yeah.
And things that you should be able to see very easily, they kind of hid because it got all mashed together with like the scenery.
Yeah.
So the Halo 2 anniversary is a lot better.
Contrast against the backgrounds enough in the new version.
Halo 2 anniversary looks a lot better, and all the cutscenes were done by Blur.
Oh shit!
So like they all look fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I haven't played it yet though. I forgot about it. Like I was just doing other things.
Sorry. Anyway, you were talking about Halo 3 though.
Oh, it's just out. I'm not gonna. But like that's another podcast story. Like I'm not gonna keep telling stories from other people's podcasts. But someone on a certain podcast fucked up their whole experience with that game by starting at Halo 2 and going, "Who are the Covenant? What's going on?
Oh my god!
What's the Flood? I don't get it because they thought it was like Doom.
Oh,
it was Pat.
Yeah, I could figure.
So Halo 3 came out.
Yeah,
I played that last night with my friends.
How's it?
I was super fucking drunk.
Is the game as bad as you remember?
No, it's as good as I remember. That's the thing. Halo 3 holds up really well.
Yeah.
Halo 1 does not. Who would have thought?
Who knows?
The game from 2003 doesn't hold up as well as the game from 2007.
Was it 07? I always thought it was 08.
Yep, it came out in 2007 in September.
I just feel like Halo 3, and I've said this before, Halo 3 and Gears of War, whichever one it was, Gears of War 2.
Gears of War 1.
Was it 1?
It came out like a year before Halo 3.
Sorry, what I was going to say
Gears of War 2 came out like 2009.
is those games fucking Dead Island won their fucking advertisements.
Yes, but here's the thing is everyone knew what Halo was.
Yeah.
Where no one knew what Gears was.
Yeah.
And same with Dead Island.
With Dead Island.
We saw those things, and as people who cared about the franchise, we were like, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because that's what Master Chief is. He's just a badass.
Yeah.
But here's the thing:
Halo
is the
3
fact that they give him a voice. He's like more boring than Doom Guy.
Yeah, the Halo 3,
Master Chief
like
is
they
just a
use
simp.
the commercials are all these like, we're veterans in the war. Now the war's over because the Halo man saved it. John Halo saved the war.
Master Chief.
That's what the ads say. I'm not saying that's what the games did because, of course, they kept making new games
Master
after
Chief,
that.
it was like they had significant battles, and Master Chief was the turning force that helped them win. But there was tons of other battles that happened.
Yeah.
And also, when the reveal of like Halo 4 and 5, Master Chief wasn't the only Spartan left. They made it look like that in 1, 2, and 3, and then even some of the books. It's like, Master Chief is the last Spartan too. No, his whole fucking squad in Halo 5 is 3 other Spartan 2s. And then the other team...
I think you said that wrong, Ian. Halo 5 retconned Halo 1, 2, and 3 to say that there were other Spartan survivors.
When you say retconned 1, 2, and 3, it makes it sound... Because the games never go into it. They just make you look like you're special. They retconned the books.
Yeah.
The books were the ones where it's like, Master Chief's the last. Even if you read...
the Fall of Reach book.
If you read Fall of Reach, it's about
Apparently, the Fall of Reach is better than actual Halo Reach.
The Fall of Reach is better written.
Yeah.
But, I think Halo Reach is like a really good action story.
Yeah, but I heard that the Fall of Reach is just much. It's just like I've read some people say I would rather have kept Fall of Reach canon than switched to
Fall
Halo
of Reach is still canon. There's just minor things in it that aren't canon. Like Master Chief in that book is physically awake on Reach, where in Halo Reach he's in a cryopod being taken off of Reach, and then in Halo 1 Halo 1 takes place immediately after, because Halo Reach is about your squad.
Yeah.
Bringing Cortana to the ship. Yeah. And Cortana is like, super special genius AI who predicts everything, and she makes your main character carry it because she knows you're the one that would survive. And
she gets more and more creepily designed every game that comes out.
She's always not creepily designed. She's just supposed to be a hot woman.
Yeah, but it gets more and more like
it gets more and more like actual, just like before it was just cartoon fucking like this is just like what a hot anime lady looks like. Like this is my fucking hologram wife, and then it becomes
by like Halo 4 it's just like
we just scanned
much.
a naked woman into the game.
Like it's like so like should I in Halo 1 it's like cool I'm just answering the phone. In Halo 4 it's like you
see her in Halo 1.
No, you know what I mean, like in Halo 1 you answer the phone and it's fine. In Halo 4 you gotta look both ways before you take her out. You're like, are people gonna judge me for having this?
Well, you don't take her out. She only has a hologram form.
I mean, like if she was your phone background. Let's say.
Yeah, like if I was like, one second,
like I'm making the implication that she's like the phone background. In Halo 1, you pick up the phone, you're like, that's fine. But her Halo 4 design, you gotta look both ways before you pick it up, and you go, hey Cortana, how's it going?
Also they made the whole thing.
And then
in
they
Halo
named
3
Halo
is
8
that they were
after Cortana.
What?
Or sorry, Windows 8.
Yeah. I think that's an interesting thing to do. And then I think they also had the voice actor.
Oh yeah.
Do like the voices before they kind of
stop using voices for
because no one likes Siri.
Yeah.
Like Siri's cool, but it's not smart enough to actually be like a good companion.
Yeah.
But so fucking the thing in Halo 4 is that they need to sunset her because AIs can only last for like 7 years or something in this universe before they get reset because their brain starts to deteriorate.
Between Halo Reach and Halo 5, only 7 years pass?
More time than that passes because Master Chief goes into cryo sleep. I think it's like 10 to 20 years.
Oh.
But I was like, Halo is ridiculous and they don't really tell the time because also I don't know how the Sangheili live, which is the Arbiter's race.
Yeah.
And he's there throughout all of it.
Yeah.
Like he's a fully grown elite in Halo 2. He becomes the Arbiter, which sounds like a fucking cool title and sounds like it's like, bro, you did something sick. Here's your shit. But it's literally a mark of failure to be the Arbiter.
That doesn't make any sense.
Someone can fucking correct me, but like he literally, the opening game is he was one of those gold-plated elites and he failed for something in Halo 1.
Yeah.
Like he was on the Halo and he was supposed to stop you and he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets like a brand on his chest and then they put the Arbiter armor on him. But maybe it's like, this prophet says you're bad, and the other prophet's like, yo, you can redeem yourself, so here's a special class or some shit. Because they believe in him.
Yeah,
because
when the
and then
arbiter
he goes
be like
against
the arbiter of destruction.
Yeah.
Right? Like he brings
But then
it about.
that's the thing, is that's kind of how they refer to Master Chief. They call Master Chief like a demon. Because he's this unmoving killing machine. Like, he doesn't... He looks at fucking the Covenant as like how... In Halo 1, he looks at the Covenant like how Doom Guy looks at demons.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking rip your skulls out. I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
But then they, tried to give him character. Not well. Master Chief is still fucking boring.
Yeah.
They did silent protagonist a lot better in Halo Reach. Because he's actually silent. Where Master Chief talks.
But in Halo Reach, there's also like 6 main characters.
5.
For him to talk to.
Oh, yeah. There's the 5 people you deal with. I always think the deaths happen a lot in that. Like I always thought it was the girl, the cunty girl with the robot arm.
Jesus Christ.
She's kind of a bitch.
Ian.
Like, she's not a good character.
All right.
Her whole thing is kind of just dickhead. But then there's a Spartan 2 who's like same as Master Chief. They're all Spartan 3s. He dies this way where there's like, you need like, even though you have this super armor on, he needs to have like, you need to have like a special re-entry pack to, if you're gonna fall from space into the atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
So there's only one, and he gives it to you, and he does this like, the comrade shit. Grabs your, and like, he holds his hand out, you put yours out, and he just like grabs your whole arm, lifts you up, shoves it on your back, and just tosses you out, and then the fucking thing explodes. But then here's the thing.
Yeah.
They thought they saved Reach doing that. And they blow up this one Covenant like carrier, then a fucking super carrier shows up.
Oh.
It's like when like the fucking like a Star Destroyer. A Star Destroyer, and then the Ultra Star Destroyer from fucking episode 8 shows up. It's like, God fucking damn it. Yeah, so then it's like, and the whole game is like So
what
like,
you're saying is all of Halo would have been fixed if they had
Laura Dern on that ship.
Her name didn't come to my brain, and it's like, I love Laura Dern.
Halsey. No. That's a character from Halo. Holdo,
yeah.
that's her name. Yeah.
But Laura Dern.
I know you like episode 8,
It's
and
a good
I know
movie.
I hate it. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of that movie could have just been solved. She just communicated to Poe about some stuff.
Okay, but Poe proved himself to her that she could not trust him.
Because she didn't tell him anything. He's literally the number 2.
The first thing he does is put people's lives in danger to score a minor win against the Empire, and her plan is to do the literal opposite. So she knows that from the
I don't want to
beginning.
talk about this.
She knows that from the beginning, from what his actions are and what his opinions are, that he isn't going to like her plan, which is we need to save as many people as we can and do like the sort of, discretion is the better part of valor type situation. And Poe is like,
I disagree. I don't care about what Poe did, because there's tons of other things he's done throughout everything else that deserves him a little more trust. Yeah, he did one dumb move that we have seen.
no, but it's the thing he does in every situation.
In what other situations did he do that?
He's always willing.
In what situations did we see in the first?
In episode 7, he does the fucking sacrifice play. They're doing the big... That's the ending of episode 7, is we're going to do the big Death Star run, even though it's going to cost a bunch of our troops.
And Leia was also behind that. He didn't just do that by himself.
Yes, but...
That was the only option they had.
But they established...
The difference is that in 8 is that there was other options, and he chose to do the other one because he's been influenced by Leia to do the fucking sacrifice plays.
Okay. But
Holdo could have just fucking told him. He was in the inner circle of like top tier people. It's not like he's a spy. She could have told a bunch of people. But instead he gets to fucking do this coup where then they knock him out and throw him onto a fucking spaceship to save him at the point where it would have worked out. Or they could have thrown him in the brig and fucking left him there for a lot longer if it happened a bit quicker.
Okay, so what you're saying is Laura Dern had every reason to trust Oscar Isaac.
Yes.
Okay. But it works both ways, right? Laura Dern was in the inner circle. Laura Dern was trusted by Leia, and Oscar Isaac didn't trust her.
Look, maybe I would have trusted her as a character if she existed in the previous movie, but she kind of just shows up.
But that's J.J. Abrams' fault. That's not
That's
Rian
everyone's
Johnson's
fault for not communicating about
Laura
anything.
Dern should have been in every movie.
Sure, she's a fine actor.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
But yeah, so no, it's just... Fucking Disney ruined Star Wars.
I'll give you that.
They did and they didn't.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have deleted all the future canon. They should have just went a lot farther or made separate stories.
Well,
or adapted the fucking actual good stories
Yeah.
into different ones like the Thrawn trilogy and shit.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh no, that's a Star Wars Rebels minor plotline now.
Yeah. Or like, fuck. Or anything. Or just decided to make new things that weren't just trying to be like the old thing.
Yeah, should we hit our other mark and start talking about Yakuza? Because it's always Star Wars and Yakuza.
No, because we're going to hit the new hotness. Finally, we've gotten there.
All right, cool.
Ghost of Tsushima.
You want, actually, let's do this one last.
This is last. I don't have anything else.
Oh, I
You
got
have
one.
something
I got
else?
another thing.
Oh, okay,
I think I
then.
got two more things.
Then you go. That's my
I
beat. That's
played a
my
new
beat.
game. I bought it yesterday.
What is it?
Or no, 2 days ago. It's called Neon Abyss. I think you would like this game.
I've not heard of it.
It's brand new. It's a roguelite.
Okay.
It's like Gungeon.
Okay.
But like, did you ever play Exit the Gungeon?
I didn't play Exit yet.
Okay, I don't like Exit the Gun. I don't like Gungeon.
Okay.
I think Gungeon's fine.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
I like Gungeon's my favorite of those, like, you know.
So I think you
those
might like
kind.
this one because but it's like, you know how Exit's 2D except you're only in this like you're in this elevator going straight up
Yeah.
and that's it. And you just do waves of enemies.
Yeah.
This is kind of like old Gungeon
Okay.
where it's different rooms, but it's fuck. Gungeon's top down.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
First person?
No, it's still like it's instead of going all around,
Yeah.
you have a jump button and there's platforms. It's a platformer.
Okay.
It's a platformer with like shooting and like Gungeon stuff.
Is it a 2D platformer?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
So it's a side scroller.
there we go. That's fucking it. It's a side scroller with separate rooms.
Okay.
Like it's as a roguelite is where they're randomly generated.
Okay.
You start with a gun. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Is it kind of like a Metroidvania?
You know, like all roguelites are pretty much Metroidvanias.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But what I mean are the rooms, you know, you could get left, right, up, down to look in, or is it just like a regular side scroller?
it's like top right, top left, bottom
yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. So you go around, you clear a floor, you get upgrades to your gun, or you get a new gun. The upgrades transfer between guns because they're items for your character. There's like these little familiars you can get that have their own health. Like there's one I keep getting called the Grabber, and he looks specifically like Donald Trump, and he steals your money off the ground. The only difference is that when he takes your money, sometimes he gives something back, and when he dies, all the money gets redistributed to you.
That's good.
But he's called the Grabber.
I get it.
Yeah. There's a bunch of other ones. There's one I fucking hate and literally just killed the sickest run I ever had because they're random what you get.
Okay.
So there's ones that like they go around and they block, like they have a chance to block shots with their rotation.
Okay.
There's one that
It's like
blocks
the
your
Guam-
fucking shots.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
small, but I had this thing where I got
It's kind of like the Guan stones in Gunja.
okay. So I had one where you also get like more bullets sometimes. Where like instead of firing one bullet, you'll fire like three. It's like it can come in
I've
as a
played
shotgun
Contra.
spread. Sure, I don't know. I didn't play Contra.
You haven't played Contra?
No, I didn't. I never had it as a kid, and I have no desire to go back to it. My brother didn't have it, and it was an SNES game, so that's like.
Well, Contra's NES.
There we go. We didn't have an NES. We had an SNES.
Okay. I played Contra on the internet.
I just don't. It's just like old.
Back
game
in the
bad.
day, I don't know if you remember this. There was one of the best sites for a very short amount of time was NES Box, which eventually became
Didn't
SNES
know that one.
Box. And so that's a website that was unlike other emulators that you had to download. NES Box was an emulator that ran on the web page, and it
Did it have like the files actually built in, so you could just load?
yeah
one
you
instead of,
it's like a Flash Games website.
yeah,
You
I'm sure
scroll
that
down and
website
pick
doesn't
again.
exist anymore.
It doesn't. No.
because Nintendo's a piece of shit. Yeah. Hey, those games we aren't allowing you to play, you can't play them anymore.
I'd love to get Fightcade working. That's something I'd want to get working because
All
that's
right.
a cool thing.
So, I got a bunch of upgrades. I was pretty much firing 5 fucking shots at once.
Hell yeah.
But then also the beginning upgrade I started with, because
Yeah.
when you purchase, you know how like in Gungeon you can purchase new items for your thing.
And
There's an upgrade tree and shit for
Okay.
this. That I purchased this one.
so it's kind of like Rogue Legacy,
sure, yeah.
but with gun.
And just a lot and like a neon theme, and the music's better.
Cool. Wait, better than Rogue Legacy? Rogue Legacy has good music.
I can't remember the music from Rogue Legacy right now, but the music for this is bumping.
Apparently, Rogue Legacy 2 is coming out this year.
It's like some whatever aesthetic Hotline Miami music is. but not as good.
Synthwave?
But still good. Good, but not as good as Hotline Miami music.
Okay.
And there's even you spawn in this bar.
So it's not so. Okay, just so that we have the same ranking, because these two games have very similar soundtracks.
Yeah.
Hyper Light Drifter number 1, Hotline Miami 1, Hotline Miami 2. This game.
Yes.
Okay.
There's probably some games in between, like Fury would go above this.
Above this, but below Hotline Miami?
Yes.
Okay.
Below Hotline Miami 1, I would say about the same as Hotline Miami 2.
Okay.
Because Carpenter Brute's in both of those games.
Uh-huh.
And he does the best songs for those.
Yeah.
Well, does the best songs because they just hit hard.
Yeah.
So
But we're in agreement, Hyper Light Drifter number 1.
Hyper Light Drifter number 1.
Okay.
So but you like spawn in a bar and you wake up and like you can walk. There's like a thing where you can select your character. But then
sick.
also while you go through, there's a fucking rave happening in the background.
That's
and
awesome.
you stop in front of it and press E, whatever character you play has like a little like 2-frame
Dancing?
animation.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's all pixel art as well, obviously.
Cool. Yeah.
Not like 64-bit, like, just like full pixel art shit.
Oh, nice.
Like it's not trying to emulate anything.
It's not okay, so it's like what it usually winds up being is like between 16 and 32.
So I got this fucking upgrade where at the end of the bullet's trajectory, or if it hit something, it would explode. Like the bullets would explode on impact. My character didn't have anything to stop from explosion damage.
Oh, so you were hurting yourself every time you shot.
So by the time I got, like, I was, like, by, like, the second floor, I was firing, like, a fucking full shotgun blast.
And so every time
Everything
it hit
was
a close
exploding.
by thing.
But the more familiars I had, the higher my damage. So and all the familiars I grabbed, I had 5 behind me. No, I had 3, like 2 circling me and like 3 behind me. And then I had an egg still unhatched. And it was a banger. It was a great run. Like I was unfucking stoppable. I didn't take a hit for like the first 4 floors until this motherfucker showed up.
Yeah.
Every single time it flew in front of me and I shot it, explosion would go off, damaged me. It was literally the thing that killed me.
That sucks, man.
And then I got a fucking laser gun where it would, instead of it being like a shotgun blast, it was like a shotgun laser that I could hold out and it would track to the closest enemy and shit. All 5 of the fucking shots. But guess what? It tracked to the fucking thing as well. So it would like pass through, it would like lock onto it, it would like stop in front. It wouldn't explode immediately. It wouldn't stop exploding. It wouldn't explode until I fucking like release shoot.
Yeah.
So I was trying to like time it. Also, it would explode after like holding it down for 5 seconds.
And then you ran out of ammo?
No, there's no ammo.
Okay.
It's all your guns are infinite ammo.
Okay.
So you fucking go through the shit. Like I'm killing all these enemies, and then I get to like I gotta time it now. But if it came a bit too close to me, it'd be like one of the lasers would be like, oh, that one. And that's like it fucking killed me. I want it out of the game.
That sucks.
That's the only this game. Amazing roguelike. This one fucking thing.
Kill it.
I think there's also not enough content in the game right now. I haven't actually beaten it yet.
Okay.
But I think it's just you beat it once.
Oh, it's not like Gungeon where it's like you have different. Because
you beat the fucking the dragon gun, the dragon at the end or whatever, and then you keep going beyond that. You can go inside of it. You can go kill the past and shit.
Yeah, because it's like you're trying to kill the past, but you won't do that on your first few runs because you have to get special things from different levels.
With Isaac, where you kill mom like 5 times, and then you get the womb. And you go inside and kill mom's heart, and then after that, you do that 4 times.
Yeah.
So you have to beat the game 10 times before you can go to the hell. It's Sheol or the other one. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah. And then there's the chest, and then there's the dark room. Like Isaac has a million different levels.
Yeah. So what I like about Gungeon is it's not quite that where it's like beat it 10 times. It's like.
You can just have a really good run.
Yeah, you go through, you pick the things up that you need to, and then each character has a past, and you unlock new characters by doing special things.
Don't you also unlock like new starting equipment if you kill the past with that character or something?
So their starting equipment becomes pickupable in the Gungeon.
When you kill the past.
Yeah, as that person.
All right, and
because
then
basically you never have to play as that character.
And there's like the Lich one as well, where you actually go back and kill the whole Gungeon or something. I can't remember.
So
I watched Anthony and Jacob play through the whole thing 1,000 times.
Okay, so each character has a past. Plus, each character has a past, and then you can also build the robot if you take the TV down to the final floor to the blacksmith. Yeah. And then I think when you beat the past as the robot, or you do some other thing, I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's when you kill the past as the robot, you unlock the gunslinger, who is, when you fall down, you've got the little coffin where it's dedicated to a hero in the very first room of the game.
Oh yeah, it's the gunslinger.
It's the gunslinger. Yeah. So then I think when you get him and then you kill his past, I think it kills the entire dungeon.
Yeah. Well, because I think he's one of the bosses as well. He's the Lich.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, try out Neon Abyss.
I will. Now let's talk about the newest hotness.
Yeah, brand new Animal, which I also watched this week.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, how much did you watch? I've only seen the first 4.
I've watched all of it.
Oh, sick.
All right. So, have you figured out what Ogami is?
Ogami, it's the wolf boy. He's the wolf god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Put in a disclaimer right there. I know it's the first episode, couple episodes. You know what? Fuck you,
It's
actually.
obvious.
It's the first episode.
The second somebody's like, the white wolf god,
Also,
you're like, oh, you mean the only wolf character
he's the
in
silver
the show?
wolf. But, here's the thing. He's the only wolf. He shows up a second after you see it in the first episode.
Yeah.
Oh, no, second episode.
Yeah.
The first episode is
because they talk about it and she looks through the window and
But his name is Shiro Ogami.
which is like wolf boy.
Shiro is white.
Yeah.
Ogami is just a weird way of saying, it's just Okami, which just means wolf.
Yeah.
His name is White Wolf.
Yeah.
Silver Wolf. Yeah, that's, have you met, have you seen, the leader of the Church of the White Wolf?
I don't think so. I've only seen the end of episode 4, which was the one where they go to the human world. Her and the mermaid girl.
that was
all right episode. It's not great.
The thing. You
don't like slice of life episodes?
No,
things?
I thought the whole show was great. Literally every there's an episode where she plays baseball later, and I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay.
I'm sure. I just as I'm watching it, I'm like, there's some new weeb out there who's watching this show for the first time and going oh my god, it's like racism in America. The Beastmen are black.
Well, yeah, it's like this thinly
But also,
veiled race.
straight up, this show was made in Japan. If you want to make it about race, it's like the Chinese and the Koreans.
Well, it's almost certainly a thinly veiled.
Oh, it's
race
absolutely
metaphor.
a thing about race. But you know how people just there's people out there who think racism's only bad in America when the Chinese and Koreans in Japan
Trigger
weren't
has a
slaves,
lot of
but
Americans.
they weren't great.
Trigger has a lot of Americans too. Beastars is very clearly about.
Yeah, the carnivores and the herbivores.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. No. So, but I was just watching it. I'm like, I kind of want to go looking up for it, see if someone's wrote some fucking essay about why this is about black people in America. I'm like, no, it's not though.
Well, it's got.
It's
a lot
just a
of
show about race, and you can make little things about it.
Yeah.
When they go to the human world, and she leaves for a second, she comes back, and they've turned her. She leaves, and the friend she came with, Flip. She becomes a spectacle. They're treating her like an animal and making her do tricks, and she's like, I don't see the problem with this.
Yeah.
But the other one,
come on, that's that's
it's
fucking
no. But
real.
then she's like, they were like, she was getting tired, so we locked her inside of a tank, even though she's Beastmen are inherently half human, and they need oxygen, despite the fact that she's a dolphin. She's a seal, I think.
She's like a fish. Of
her
some
dad's
kind.
a beluga.
Yeah.
Or something No, he's a beluga. He's that has the giant fucking forehead when he's in his beast form. So they trap her in. She's literally about to die and shit. They're drowning, and everyone's just going I don't see what the fucking problem is. You're fucking monsters. You aren't people. And it's oh my god, this is so easy to do.
Yeah, it's very thinly veiled.
Yeah.
But it's still a very entertaining show.
I get why not everyone's in their beast forms all the time.
But why not?
Why not? You're inside of a city where your whole thing is that you can be freely yourself, yet they're just don't, it's bad. They give the main character shit because she can't turn back
into a human form.
She can't use her human form until episode 4.
Yeah.
And then also she never uses it again after that.
Because she's I'm a beast person.
Well, she's I'm stuck like this. I might as well live with it just in case I can never go back. Here's the thing. She's a human.
Yeah.
That's first or second episode. She said
It's the first step.
She got a disease which turned her into a beastman.
Yeah.
and she's trying to go.
I
to the
told you
city.
you'd like the show.
Because also she's fucking like
Hot.
No,
That's what you were gonna say.
she's like 15, so I'm not going there. Also, least horny Trigger show.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than even Little Witch Academia is hornier than this.
And Little Witch Academia is not that horny.
Yeah, there's just that one scene with like it's horny because the character design is right up my alley. It's the tomboy character
Yeah.
who's like a thief. She does like this fucking like gymnastics, like pole dance thing at one point. I'm like, oh, god damn, that's my shit. That's on me though.
But I told
the
you,
rest of the show.
I told you though that main character is entirely your type. I didn't realize she was supposed to be 15.
She says she's a student.
Yeah, you can be a university student.
You can also be like 18 as a student. No, she's a high school student.
Oh.
Because they show.
There's a high school flashback. I didn't realize that she
Well, you know her friend there?
Yeah.
They got in an accident together.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see her. I think in the flashback as well, you see her with like a broken arm and her like with a cast on her leg or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they got hit by it. She saved the other one from dying by from getting hit by a truck.
Damn.
Like friend character shows up later. She's a fucking bitch. You'll
Damn.
see why.
Truck Kun strikes again.
I wish she struck. That's the problem. But also, Beastmen is like the Beastmen in this universe. Literally nothing wrong with being one of these fucking people.
Yeah.
It seems cool as shit. Not gonna lie. Like I'd rather be a
Well, it's
Beastman.
like the X-Men.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah,
X-Men.
it's like what's the X-Men thing. It's like they fear them because it's like they can.
Yeah, it's the same
if
diff. They can do different shit.
Yeah, where like the Beastmen are inherently more powerful. I fucking love Ogami's thing though. He says it multiple times, but he kind of stops.
Yeah.
It was like his catchphrase at the beginning. He's like, you aren't a Beastman, so like you've turned your back on your Beastman brethren.
So I won't kill you with my claws. I'll kill you with your bare fist.
Yeah, he's so cool.
Yeah.
He's lame. Like he's a boring fucking badass character.
Yeah.
But he's kind of boring.
He's kind
But
of
then
boring.
he's cool as shit.
But I think he's kind of, yeah.
As the show goes on, and you figure out like when he reveals
She's
himself.
more interesting than him.
That's the problem. I really hope the show gets to season 2 because they.
Does it end on like kind of a cliffhanging?
Well, you know
boy?
how she like can transform parts of her body and shit.
Yeah.
Like she gets big arms at one point.
Yeah. I haven't seen her do other stuff, but I know she does.
She does. It's on the fucking opening.
Yeah.
Like
The opening bops, but the fucking animation for the opening is just kind of meh.
yeah, it's just like quick and it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's better than some other openings they've done.
Yeah.
Keysnivers is sick, but it's also lame. Keysniver is like Trigger's biggest flop. Honestly, I think Keysniver is worse than
Yeah.
Darling in the Franxx.
Really?
Yeah. It's just that Darling in the Franxx, they only get half the blame. If
Yeah.
they got all the blame, then it would be fully the worst. Mm-hmm.
Because it's mostly A1 and
there's
Cloverworks.
things about Darling in the Franxx that is kind of cool. It's just everything else around it is fucking lame.
Yeah.
Where Keysniver's so fucking boring and just like they treat it like the Breakfast Club where there's like a character who's like all poppy and an idol and it's like, why are you like this? She's like, because my home life sucks and I'm depressed. And it's like, oh god.
Breakfast Club's good.
No, but like the Breakfast Club was good, but people who try to emulate the Breakfast Club,
Yeah.
it's like we know the point. We get it. The Breakfast Club is a good movie. I think it would be cool to remake that movie, but
What are the modern teen stereotypes?
but also a diverse cast.
Oh, yeah, but like, what are the modern teen stereotypes?
You know what?
K-pop
Jumanji.
stan.
It's the new
It's
Jumanji.
Jumanji. It's the new Jumanji.
Because that at least has a Latino kid
yeah.
and a black kid
And girl.
and 2 girls,
2 girl.
which is just the Breakfast Club as well.
Yeah, Breakfast Club have 2 girl.
Yeah, it's just that there's no white guy in this one,
Yeah.
which is good. But then,
Well, there's a white guy. The main character's white in Jumanji.
is he? I thought he was like Latino.
No, he becomes the Rock. And there's a white man, a black man, cheerleader girl, and like a less cheerleader girl, like a alt girl.
She's not like a cheerleader. Oh, you were going to the less cheerleader girl. Danny DeVito's in Jumanji?
Is Jumanji 2?
Oh, it's showing me Jumanji 2. The original cast is in the movie, right? Like I can
Yeah.
find them. Okay.
Oh wait, no, they might not be.
Like it might just cut to.
I think the kids maybe got older. I think it might take place like 5-10 years later. Colin Hanks.
Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Um,
Because they played that song. You know, Jumanji, the song.
Welcome to the jungle. I am super gay. All right, fuck it, whatever. I'll just take your word for it that he's white. I thought he was like Latino.
I could be wrong.
You probably were.
Have you seen the film?
No.
No. Okay, so I'm probably.
But I love
right.
The Rock, and Kevin Hart's okay. I like Kevin Hart when he shows up in movies, but when he's a side character,
I'll stand by that first Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle surprised me.
I'll stand by every
terrible.
Fast and the Furious movie.
I thought that Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle would be terrible. Me and Davis saw it when it came out,
Yeah.
and I was like, because we just wanted to see a movie, and it was like, what's out? And it's like, oh, nothing's fucking out. Oh,
I bet there's gonna be a resurgence of that in the fucking coming years.
Jumanji. We'll go see Jumanji.
Are movie theaters supposed to be opening again soon?
I think in phase 3 or whatever.
Which is coming.
Yeah, but
I think it's dumb. I think it's too fast.
It's phase 3 is not here yet. It's coming soon for not here.
Well, it's for outside of Ontario. Outside the GTA.
Outside
like Barrie.
the GTA, yeah. Like Oakville.
Is Oakville? No, I don't think they're doing Oakville either.
Oakville's not in Peel. They're going into phase 3 like next week or the week after.
I know
yeah.
Barrie's out.
Yeah, Barrie. Yeah.
Man, that's
nobody lives.
I think we're going to phase 3 too quickly. Because there was no cases in Mississauga.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the day they announced it, which is a happy accident. Like they were going to announce phase 3 regardless.
Yeah.
There is one case in Brampton.
Yeah, so it's sliding down, and again, it's not phase 3 yet. It's going to be in a week outside of Peel and Toronto.
Outside of the GTA.
Outside the GTA.
Even like Oshawa's still in as well.
So like I don't think it's that bad because I bet we'll go into phase 3 in like 3-4 weeks.
Here's the thing.
Maybe longer.
That I think is stupid. I think it's only going to be a week. Like going into phase 2, it was like outside's in phase 2. Now we're in phase 2 because the fucking thing is Oakville's not that far from us.
Yeah.
In fact, that's the movie theater we go to.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's a 20-minute drive at most.
Yeah.
Depending on where you live inside of Mississauga. So like it's outside.
The issue would be the people leaving.
I'm
town.
just
that's
like,
bad.
Or fucking isn't George outside of Peel? Yeah, like we went to the fucking we went to like Boston Pizza near his house.
Yeah.
It's out obviously patio still, but like
so in phase 3, and this is the thing I'm worried about, is like interiors. Yeah, I still wouldn't.
I'm not going to. I'm sure I'll get like a text and like, guys, it's fine. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'll do patio. I'm not going inside.
Me too, buddy.
Yeah, it's too close to phase 2. I get it that our cases are declining steadily.
Yeah. Again, if in our area we've hit 0.
Yeah.
And like Brampton hit 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's it's time to definitely work our way towards opening more things up because obviously that just makes more sense.
Yeah.
But
like I'm sure movie theaters will open up, but they'll close most of the seats and like
in like England or whatever it is, wherever they were talking about movie theaters are open but no new movies are out, so they're doing like super cheap marathons of old movies.
That's cool.
And I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, yeah, man, I saw a fucking Back to the Future marathon at a fucking movie theater for $5 with no ads.
That's cool.
I was like, oh shit.
Tenet's not going to come out till American theaters are open.
Obviously.
Yeah, so
and American theaters are going to open tomorrow because America doesn't give a fuck.
America's not paying attention.
No, but yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. So Brand New Animal's cool. You should watch all of it so we can actually talk more about it.
Yeah.
But just their transformation and like they do some good animation. With
the animation's great. It's
they just
Trigger.
underuse it, like as like the final battles with Ogami. Well, not her against him, but he's like the guy fighting.
Yeah.
And his thing is cool as well.
He's cool. He's the I don't know. I kind of like that it's like a sort of buddy cop where one person's the interesting one and the other person's the strong one.
Well, then the strong one becomes interesting.
More
later.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then her thing stays interesting. She's more trusting about everything because
I like her character.
He's like, he wants to protect the city because it's a place for beastmen to be safe.
Yeah.
Where, but then there's like beastmen who are just like, they want to destroy the city because it's like, the whole concept of the city is that we can live in peace like we're humans, and everyone there's like anti-anima city people are like, we don't want to live like humans. Like there's a bird guy later on who's just like, I'm a bird man.
I want to live like a birdman.
He's a migratory bird. That's his thing. Is he doesn't stay in one place. That's his people. They've done this for decades.
Yeah.
But no, for sentries, where what they do is they fly
Yeah.
from place to place, depending on the season. So he is now a terrorist because he also fought in the war against anti-Beastmen stuff.
Yeah.
And now the people he fought for are turning their back on him because he needs to have a passport and he needs to go through airports. And he's like, I'm not fucking doing that.
Yeah.
I'm a bird. And he's even like gets threats from the military that they're going to shoot him down and shit. Like the reasoning for some of it's bad. I think that guy's reasoning is fair.
Yeah.
Like he's a bird. Like he just wants to
Also,
go
the
between places.
pharmaceutical company, kill him.
Yeah, that's their. Yeah,
Kill the pharmaceutical companies.
Watch the show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, we can talk about Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost
now.
of Tsushima, baby.
I'll just tell you where I am.
Where?
I went to that first camp. I learned assassination.
Okay.
Found out her brother's not there.
Yeah.
Was on the way to go save her brother, or where? Oh no, on the archery spot. That's where
you're gonna go to the archery?
Yeah,
thing?
I was really drunk last night when I played before when I woke up until my sister got home and then I got in the pool. So that was good 4 hours.
Okay.
And then I got I got drunk, ate dinner, went back inside later, went to go play, was like, can't fucking handle this.
Yeah.
So I went and played Halo 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ian, I've basically done the missions you've done.
Yeah.
But I've played 10 times as long as you.
Because you probably explored more.
Dude, that game is side mission game as fuck.
Yeah.
I checked your trophies because I was like, oh yeah, Ian got it. Let's see how far he is, right? And so yours, it's at 2 p.m. you got the thing for doing the getting the sword, the first big mission before you get into the game. You do your title drop, whatever. Yeah. So 2:30 you got that achievement, and then at 3:45 you got the achievement for going to the camp and learning the assassination.
Yeah.
For I checked my trophies, which are right next to yours in the screen, and it shows got the sword, 10:45 a.m. Saved her, or sorry, got the assassination, 2 p.m.
So I just my whole thing with games like this is I want to have my abilities. I want to be able to go throughout the world, but be able to do all the basics.
Yeah.
And right now I can't do archery, and I couldn't do assassination, which is pretty much the basics.
Yeah.
Do you know you can do a standoff? You know that when you go
the standoff,
you can do it against leaders and shit.
Yeah.
I did one against a leader. Did not alert anyone in the entire fucking camp and kill them in one hit.
Yeah, because you did the
Ido.
That's awesome.
It's fucking cool.
The standoff is sick. You get to upgrade. One of the things you can do is upgrade it so that you can. There's a little tree for it.
Yeah.
Where it's you'll do one, and then somebody else will run at you, and when they have their weapon lifted, you just tap triangle and it's one hit, and you can get up to 3.
That's not. Oh yeah, because you always see guys standing in the background.
Yeah. So they'll run at you, and then you.
Well,
can do
only if you challenge a bunch of them at once.
Yeah.
I went for the first upgrade points I got the I just went for perfect parry stuff.
I did too, and I'm terrible. I've gotten maybe one perfect parry.
Yeah. At least perfect parries in this game are worthwhile. Fuck you, Fury. Did I complain about that on the podcast?
I think so.
I fucking hate those because they're worthless.
There's a perfect dodge as well that you can unlock.
Yeah, I saw that. I just went for parries first because it was my favorite thing in parry. Dark Souls is my shit because of the parry mechanics. Because it's not a one hit, but you get a special riposte where you get iframes and shit.
Yeah.
And can pretty much be a one hit on most enemies. I don't like parries where it's just all you do is push away the weapon and you don't really get all your opportunities. Is just that you get to launch a couple quick attacks.
Yeah, that's the regular parry in this game.
Yeah, well, that's also the regular parry in most games now.
Yeah, but I think in this game it works because most enemies and yourself can die in just a couple hits.
Yeah,
I'm playing on normal too.
I'm playing on normal.
Yeah,
I like this game. I like playing on harder difficulties. I think I'm gonna go through the game later, depending on how long the game is.
Yeah,
and if the whole thing's enjoyable, I'll play through again
on a harder difficulty.
Yeah, I'll play through on a harder difficulty, and I'll probably play in.
So
Japanese.
what I like about you're playing in English, right? You were saying you were
because I don't I get that the game is made in America.
Yeah.
It's by Sucker Punch Studios.
Yeah. They're in Seattle.
It is a game based in Japan, though.
Yeah.
I think they should have animated it for the dub.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
here's the thing. English, with a good dubbing company, Funimation's been doing it for fucking decades,
Yeah.
is they can match lip flaps very well.
Yeah.
Japanese people cannot match lip flaps worth shit.
Yeah.
So, like, at first they was like, the first words, they was like, it's not bad, it's just a little off. And then there was one point, it was like a
You
fucking
can
old
see
kung
it
fu movie.
exactly. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I prefer the Japanese. I bet they'll patch that out.
I don't think so. I also have a fucking problem with one of the cutscenes where my frames dropped, actually.
Oh, in the cutscene?
Yeah. Like, it was one, you know how your uncle, he's always wearing, like, the fucking hakama with, like,
Yeah.
the big flowy things? Because he's not a character you play, so they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But, so that, because when you play as your character, it's, like, pants.
Frequently you clip
Sure.
through your own cape. Yeah.
This isn't Assassin's Creed, but it fucking is. This game
Yeah.
is exactly like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like, like Nathan,
Yeah.
the opening, the shit you go through, it's the fucking same. The opening of Assassin's Creed Odyssey is that you play as Leonidas in the middle of a war.
Oh.
And this, you play as the main character that you're going to play, but in a war scenario where you're, like, unkillable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, it's just...
See, I
it
didn't-
just hits the same points. It's obviously not the same in quality.
Yeah.
And again, but then there was a part where I'm like running through and there's just a glowing bush and I'm like, grab it. It's like same. It's literally the same piece of wood. It's yew logs or whatever. Yew branches, which is what you use to make arrows in both games.
Oh.
Don't have archery yet. I'm just assuming
I don't think it's arrows. I think it's for bow upgrades.
that would actually be more interesting. In my, like,
Yeah, because everything you can upgrade everything that you get.
yeah. Did you get the digital deluxe edition or just?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Did you get the digital deluxe horse?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I had to Google it. What the fuck is up with this horse? Because it said, it's like, it tells you in the corner, it's available. I see the horses, and I'm like, I think that black horse looks sick.
And then it's like, hold on, one of these horses is digital deluxe.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't
so
want
I
it?
like had to look it up, and I'm like, is there something better about this horse? Like, is it faster? Does it like have is it armored or something? Is it unkillable? Like, let's go. And I looked it up, and it was just like, other than it being a lovely shade of brown, it's the same horse. And I'm like, black one it is.
So I was going to get the white horse, and then I saw that there was a digital deluxe one, and I was like, well, I paid extra money for the digital deluxe. I don't want to waste my money.
I got pretty
$10
much-
whole dollars extra.
I took
Ian.
that technique point. That's about it.
Yeah, the technique point.
Yeah. If they weren't commonly got, though, I wouldn't have used it.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just a skill point. Like, it's
Yeah.
nothing. I'm not going to use the armor set because I'm not a punk bitch.
I don't like the look of the armor set.
Well,
I used it like
that's the fucking thing. Is the armor you're wearing is fucking cool.
the broken armor.
The broken armor. It looks
Yeah.
great. I hope
You will wear the fucking traveler's outfit as soon as you get it and not wear anything else, Ian.
I don't know what that looks like.
The traveler's outfit isn't super great looking, but it's one of the few pieces of armor that's upgradable, Ian. Yeah, you can customize the visuals of it by paying for new pattern, and thirdly, it essentially like allows you to be able to find collectibles easier because
You're fucking right. Don't even need to look at it now.
yeah,
That's it.
when you're wearing it, the controller vibrates the closer you get to a collectible.
You know what bummed me out, actually?
What?
I thought this was really cool. I thought this was like
Oh,
classic
and
game
it clears
design thing.
fog of war more.
Okay, cool. I went to like a small town, kind of
Yeah.
close to where that first camp is, and there was like people to talk to. So I walk around,
Yeah.
and I talk to someone. And they're like, "If you ever see a fox, follow it
it.
because it will lead you somewhere.
Yeah.
It'll lead you somewhere special." I'm like, "Fucking cool!" I saw a fox den back there with a fox hanging around.
Yeah.
I head back, and I'm like, this game taught me information because I paid attention to what someone said.
Yeah.
Walk back near the fox den. Tip fox if you follow a fox. Like, fuck you. I just learned it. It's much cooler if you don't tell me.
Yeah.
Like, make me learn
Yeah.
shit. Like,
See, I knew it because I watched the trailer. They were like, if you follow foxes, they'll take you to things. I
that's
was like,
fine.
cool.
But like, it's still the game telling you. I actually literally I watched that one gameplay trailer after I was like, I'm not into the game. I watched the gameplay trailer. I'm like, the game looks fun.
Yeah.
So I went and bought it. I fucking did not like the first trailer they showed, like back then.
Oh, really? Like the cinematic trailer?
Yeah, Because I was like, they tried to play it up like this is what the gameplay will be like. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not.
It's kind of.
They kind of is, but they kind of show like.
Have you gotten to do any of the duels yet?
Duels?
Okay, so
Standoffs?
no duels.
Like where you just fight someone?
Yeah, it's a. There are bosses that are one-on-one.
Oh, I fought them. Yeah.
Okay, the one-on-one boss. Like obviously, there's the one.
Do they
you
have the
to
health
lose.
bar?
The health bar over the
where
top.
you're at the Canada Castle sort of thing?
Yeah, it's like that, but there's ones.
Then no, I have not fought one.
Okay, so
I've just fought leaders.
Okay, so you frequently get these duels, and those are very similar to the trailer. And oh my god, okay, the second you find a fucking mythic side quest, do it.
Yeah.
I found this mythic side quest. It was called like the hunt for the heavenly slice or whatever it's called. So essentially it's a side quest where you unlock a special move by doing it.
Oh, did you get the water stance?
I did, yeah.
Did you know that you can observe the leader and then kill them and it gives you double the points?
I did, but also I'm not good enough at stealth.
Oh, I just accidentally came across it. Well, the first guy I killed, and it told me that I would unlock a new stance by killing leaders.
Yeah, killing or observing.
But then it said observe, and like I found a later location. It was in like a cemetery. The guy was like practicing, and I was just like, whatever. I observed him, and I was like, all right, might as well kill him now, though. So I go up, I beat his ass.
Oh, and it gives you both.
And it gave me another point. It unlocked water stance. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, the water stance is good against shield people, whereas the raw stone stance or whatever, the main one is good against swords people. And then obviously there's going to be one for spear people.
Yeah, and then probably one for hammers or pole arms or
Well, so I think spear and pole arm will be the same, and then hammer will be the last one. But anyway, mythic quests are dope.
Yeah.
So there's the one with the heavenly strike. It's like you talk to this musician guy who like his friends were murdered by this fucking dude, and it's like he was looking to see if he could learn the heavenly swipe. And you talk to him, and then there's this like ink on paper vibe for like a little cutscene explaining like this myth of this guy who learned this special strike that allowed him to kill beasts made of lightning. And I'm like, oh fuck,
man! I hope they do. I know they're doing like a little bit of spirity things,
a little bit of magic.
I kind of want them to go, like, give me some Demon Slayer powers, like, or just even like. I don't actually have the power, but like, just put some effect.
Yeah.
Like, give me a fucking like super move or something I can do that takes up what is it?
Focus or
focus is
resolve.
Spider-Man. Resolve. Like I can use up my resolve to do like something where like
this.
Artistically like
it's not like Demon Slayer.
I'm just thinking of that fucking time. Did you ever finish Demon Slayer?
No, I didn't.
Did you get to the Spider Mountain?
I don't remember.
There's just this one lady where they get to the Spider Mountain. And she's like controlling like these webs and like killing all like off Demon Slayers, and Tanjiro gets to her, and he's like up top like preparing like a slice where he's like gonna brutally just cut her down.
Yeah.
And then she's like had this whole dialogue that you heard from her like earlier where she's talking about how like afraid she is of not dying of her master.
Oh shit.
So and you think like, oh my god, it's the guy who killed his family.
The man in the suit.
It's not. It's a lower moon, which was like one of the more powerful demons the guy made with his like fingers that he like injects people with blood. So she goes like, what? She's like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die. Oh wait a second, if I'm die, then my torment in life is over.
Yeah.
So she's like doing like this, but then she does like this, like welcoming it, like come in, and he switches up a stance where he was gonna do like this bloody cut. Yeah. Where he changed it up where like he did this one where he kind of just like goes like. Cleanly goes through her like classic like sword goes in and her head is like flying backwards. And she thought it was gonna she's like, oh my god, I thought it would be painful, but even though it was dark out, she starts to see a light, and a light like pitter patter of rain is coming down, like it's just a glorious like beautiful shot. And also I like the attention to detail that it was such a clean cut. Not only did it like cut her head off, it goes through the hair perfectly. Oh. And I think there's someone classic. Who gets their head cut off in this game as well, where that happens. Yeah. I remember seeing that. I was like, that's good. Because I always think that's rough when it's like, I cut a man's head off super cleanly, and like his hair's not there anymore. Yeah. Ooh. When fucking Kodan Khan kills Adachi. Yeah. I was like, that's what... That's not honorable, but that's a baller move.
Lights a man on fire. Yeah.
Well, because the guy's like, I'm here and I'm gonna beat your strongest warrior, and he's just like, He like throws wine on him, and he's like, oh, the disrespect. I guess it's you I'm fighting. He grabs a torch and just tosses that on him, and he burns to death.
Yeah.
And it's like, of course. Like, why would you not?
Yeah.
And all right, so let's go.
I love how the first stealth kill you do is traumatizing.
Oh yeah. But
Have you done one since the mission?
Yes.
Okay, and you get the flashback even just like randomly?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's not. I think it's just a scripted one that is.
It's just the first time you do it after the mission.
It's like a quick one of like your uncle telling you that it's pretty much you living with shame. Like it's dishonorable. I thought you were gonna meet up with your uncle. I actually thought the tone of the game was gonna be you like would go to your uncle or something. You'd see him at the castle, and then he would just be like,
he's betrayed you.
or no, I don't like that. But like a dishonorable man deserves a dishonorable death or something. It would just be like, these guys are dishonorable, so do whatever you want, sort of thing. Like, but I think it's more interesting what they're doing is that your character has to live with this guilt.
Yeah.
I think the game is gonna go into like the creation. I don't know, because I'm not a Japanese fucking
historian. The creation of ninja
shinobi. So I think like this guy's gonna and Taka, or what's her name? Yuna.
Yeah.
Her brother is Taka.
Yeah.
Are going to be like the first shinobi.
Yeah.
Have you met Taka yet?
No.
I guarantee he's going to be disabled in some time. Well, because
as a blacksmith, yeah.
He's a blacksmith. He's a young man he's like.
Although, wouldn't somebody have said something? All they said is that he had a beard.
Maybe he has a prosthetic leg that you just can't see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like do as many side missions as you can.
Oh, obviously I'm going to. That's how you play these games.
Yeah, like no, but in this game has the best side missions. Like it's like Yakuza-esque, where you're like, oh, these incredible side missions where you're like, you meet a samurai who's like a guy who's doing stolen valor as a samurai.
There's a chance that this game is about the creation of shinobi.
Yeah.
Because the first feudal Japan is when they were first documented.
Yeah.
Which starts at the Kamakura period.
Yeah.
1185 to 1333.
So we're in 1277 or something.
1255 or something.
1255?
Yeah. 1245. That's
1245.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that side missions go away between acts, like when you get to Act 2 or whatever. So you want to do as many as you can.
All right. So here's the.
Do you know what Taka makes you? Have you been spoiled for that yet?
No, I have not. Do you want to keep it? Do you want me to not? Could you
I
not
don't.
tell me?
Well, I haven't met him yet, but I just know because I got spoiled. I don't think it's necessarily a spoiler.
I'm gonna be there soon, so might as well find out.
Okay.
Would you grappling hook?
Yeah.
Because they said, is it something to scale the walls? They said that earlier. I just took a guess.
Because I got to him. So the reason why I got spoiled is because I got to, there's like the prayer mountains that you can do, which are like platforming.
Yeah. Oh, you got one where it was just like.
I got one where it's like, you need the grappling hook to do this.
Yeah, okay. That's not that bad. That's a game mechanic. That's like me spoiling that there's archery.
Yeah.
Also, when he has a fucking bow on his back. Yeah. So, shinobi.
Yeah.
There was no such thing as shinobi proper until the 15th century.
Okay,
but
so that's 1400.
Antecedents may have existed as early as the 12th century.
So that's the 1100s.
Yeah, we're in the 13th in the game. So the concept exists. It's just they're not properly trained. So they're probably just going to become a thing in this game.
Yeah.
Because you're a ghost. You were supposed to be secret in the back.
Yeah. I don't know what I want to do next for the main missions, because I've got the one where with the woman that you haven't met yet, because you unlock that after you do the archery.
So maybe just do they still tell you on the main missions like what you're going to unlock? Just figure out which one you think is more interesting.
Well, one I get armor. The other one is to get Taki or Taka or whatever his name is.
I think you should get Taka. Get that grappling hook.
Yeah.
Traversal is always number one to me. It goes traversal, attack and skills and such.
Yeah.
And then armor.
Yeah. Or I can get the Straw Hats, which I don't know what that does.
The Straw Hat Pirates?
No, the Straw Hat Ronin.
It would make sense because you're the first mate of the Straw Hat Pirates that you would go equip. Actually, you know what? Right now in One Piece, we're in the Wano arc, which is a samurai arc. And there is there's like a
I made the One Piece reference. I said Roro, and you're backing up on me and bringing up more One Piece.
That's the one thing I'm bummed about. When I'm not playing in Japanese. I wanted to hear that, man.
Yeah. One last thing about Ghost of Tsushima that I have to talk about.
Yeah.
I gotta talk about the Kurosawa mode.
This is not what you
expected?
I
was hyped for the Kurosawa mode.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, increased weather effects is awesome. Black and white's cool. Film grain, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Why, in God's name, is the film grain so extreme? It's like if Kurosawa threw out the movie in a dumpster and then that's where they brought it. There is so much film grain. There's dots and spots and scratches and hairs in the lens. And I'm like, dude, that is too much. It continues even when the game's paused, which is stupid.
So it's a cool concept, but it's like the things that you would find in those, instead of them randomly occurring, they're occurring all the time.
Yeah, like
they could patch that though.
Yeah, I wish I could turn the film grain of it off, because the game looks great in black and white.
There was like one additional button on the control. This game uses every fucking button.
It's too many. Yeah, there's more buttons.
It uses swipes. It uses taps.
Yeah,
like of the touchpad, it uses every fucking button. L1 and R1, L2 and R2 are all taken. Clicking the sticks is all fucking used.
Yeah,
the D-pad is all used.
Wait,
here's the thing.
4 directional
There's a photo
swipes. Mode. Yeah.
I have an option in the settings to disable photo mode, but put on Kurosawa mode. Or photo mode, you can tap on and off Kurosawa mode.
Yeah.
With like the right one, with like pressing, I think it's the right one. No, that's call horse. I think it's down.
No, right is photo mode.
Okay.
Call horse is left.
You can make it so that tapping it turns on Kurosawa mode. Yeah. Holding it puts you in photo mode.
Yeah. Because, like, Kurosawa mode's great. My one other problem is that video games have ingrained me to think that when the game's in black and white, I have low health. That's not the game's fault. That's my fault for my brain doing that.
That's Call of Duty coming out.
That's Call of Duty and Uncharted.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck. But that's it. So that's why I turned it off. Is the film grain's a bit too extreme.
I also think the colors of the world is really pretty.
The colors are great.
Yeah.
It still looks great in black and white because the contrast and the lighting's great.
Yeah, but colors are cool.
Yeah, colors are cool.
There's a reason why movies aren't made in black and white anymore.
Yeah.
And they're only made in black and white when they want to be
colors
artistic.
are like the Kurosawa movies that are in color.
Yeah, and they look really good.
Yeah. Like if you look up a clip from the movie Ran, like RAN.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people would call that his last masterpiece. Like he made a few movies after that, but none of them are quite as good as Ran.
Okay.
And that movie is just King Lear in Japan. But that movie's fucking gorgeous. Anyway, Ghost of Tsushima.
It's a great game. We'll talk about it more next week.
We'll wind up talking about it for 10 weeks because it's a long ass game.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to drop this game like I have the last fucking 8 games I've been playing.
Yeah. Honestly, again, big boy contender for GOTY.
I can't remember what else came out this year, but I think there
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil came out this year?
Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, Resident Evil 3 is good. It's not game
Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Haven't beaten it.
Deadly Premonition 2.
Not playing it.
I don't count Persona 5 Royal, and I don't think you should.
It does not count. It is the best version of Persona 5.
It's an enhanced port.
Yeah.
Or like whatever. It's a remaster.
Persona 4 Golden doesn't count either.
It's a remaster.
No, it's a remaster, but also just a port.
Yeah.
I also dropped that game. Will pick it back up eventually. It's just Persona 5. It's just such a good fucking game.
Yeah.
With the way that whole game works is seamless and stylish.
Yeah.
And just
especially
Persona 4 is showing its age, is what I'm saying.
Especially with Persona 5 Royal, it's like literally it's the same director and team that have worked on 3 previous entire Persona things.
Yeah.
And like Persona 3, they had 2 extra tries to do FES and Portable. Persona 4, they had 1 extra try to do Golden, right? And Persona 5, which was already really well put together, they've now had once again an additional try to fucking revise
Persona 5
it.
made the 2 big things they added was Persona 5 added guns.
Yeah.
Persona 5 Royal added the gun to be reusable.
Yeah.
And then they had their fucking instant kill shadow thing. Is that in 4 or?
You mean the all-out attack?
No, like that's in 4.
That's in all of them, yeah.
You could ambush someone, and if you were a much higher level, it would kill them instantly, which became annoying later on in the game.
I don't know if that's in 4.
Can you ambush someone in 4, or can you just get a first strike?
You can get a first strike in 4. I don't know if you can if you go no, because there's no negotiations in 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no point to having.
Yeah, and then 5 they added ambushing.
So in 4 it would be that you just hit them and then they die. Like
okay.
And in 5 they added you hit them and then like if they're low enough level you go straight into you can either negotiate or all.
No, you would that was a Futaba chance thing. Like that it would be a shift in cognitions and you would instantly be in charge.
Okay.
So what I'm talking about is you could ambush someone. I think this is when you got Ryuji's thing higher.
Okay.
You would rip the mask off, you would instantly get the persona, and they would just die.
Oh, okay. No, because again, 4 works a little bit different because it's card based.
And then in Royal, they changed it to now instead of whenever you ambush someone, it always goes into combat. Yeah. But what you can do is if you're sprinting or driving fast in the car, you can hit them, instantly kill them, take the persona, get the money, and get the XP. It makes grinding in that game so fucking easy.
Yeah.
It literally is just like driving a circle in Mementos if you ever need to shit. You shouldn't because that game's fucking easy.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to play on hard because I know how their difficulty goes and that's not the way I like.
If you're gonna play Persona 3, you should play it on easy because that game is so fucking hard.
If you want a challenge, play it on a higher difficulty, but
don't play Persona 3 on a higher difficulty.
I said if you want a challenge.
It's not. If you want a challenge, play it on easy.
Chris started playing Nocturne and he was just like, I thought, I'm good at Persona 5 and 4 and 3, so like that I should be able to handle Nocturne. And he got carded on like the first boss.
3 you need to play on easzy.
Yeah.
It is too hard.
All right, that's fine, Nathan. You can keep with your bad gamer opinions.
It's not a bad opinion.
No, not a bad opinion that you're shitty at video games.
No, I'm good at RPGs. All right,
and so whatever.
Think 3 is hard. Whatever. Fuck you.
Persona 5 Royal is just such a good game that going back to Persona 4 Golden, which is also allegedly a good game, in the same year, it feels rough. And I fuck up combat sometimes because I go to press triangle because that's what brings up your persona in 5. But what it does in 3 is start fucking rush attacks.
Auto attack, yeah.
And it's like, great, I was almost dead on half these characters and needed to heal, but I guess I'll just skip through it now.
Yeah, that's so, obviously, like, I think that's a difference of, like, PS2 to PS4 jump.
It's just that
because, like, even menus working the way they do versus P5 doing it where every button has a move is like
every button has a function instead of going through a menu, where P4 Golden is more of a normal JRPG.
Yeah.
It's like, I think Persona 4 Golden and Dragon Quest XI have a lot in common.
Yeah.
But then like Persona 5 is just like streamlined and it feels really good. Like every button you press does a function instead of having to use scroll through.
Yeah, again, like that's the problem when you play a new game in a series and have to go back to an old one.
Yeah, that's why I can't go back to old Monster Hunters.
Yeah.
Because now I'm used to how they play, but also the old Monster Hunters are like no quality of life. It's all ridiculous. We gotta wrap this up.
We gotta wrap it
because
down.
I have to go pick up Blake actually.
Okay.
So I have to fucking drive to square one.
Hold on. All right. So thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Go watch Doom Patrol and play Ghost of Tsushima.
And watch Brand New Animal.
If you want to listen to more of us, subscribe to the YouTube at youtube.com/N8SComedy. Or if you want to, or on whatever audio thing you're on, we are now on Pandora, Ian.
Ooh, cool.
Hell
service
yeah.
no one uses.
When I had to... Actually, apparently a lot of people use it.
I know. It's just
It's just I don't know anybody who uses it.
I just remember that Pandora used to be... It was just like a bunch of radio stations sort of thing.
When I had to answer the fucking Q&A, though, for Pandora, I clicked the wrong thing for what kind of podcast we were.
Oh, what did you say?
It was like, is your content timely or is it evergreen content? And I accidentally clicked evergreen.
Oh, that's fucking wrong.
That sucks. Might be. Anyway, if you want to follow us on at the Media Hole on Twitter, the Media Hole on Twitch, the Media Hole on TikTok, and www.tumblr.com/whenyourballs get stuck to your leg.
Change your name.
Hell yeah. Ian, where can they find you?
Struggles V
On everything.
On everything. Go
And you
follow me
can-
on Twitter. I think I retweeted something recently.
And you
Oh,
can-
it was two bros walking around fucking Venice Beach asking people why they weren't wearing a mask, and the responses, they were being totally chill.
Yeah.
They were just like, hey, bro, can I ask you a question?
Why aren't you wearing a mask?
Why aren't you wearing a mask, man? Just curious. And they were like, some people were like, oh, I just forgot it, or like, and they were carrying around a box, and they're like, we got some, you want it?
Yeah.
And people were just like, there was people being like, oh, I left it in the car, and it's like, cool, your car's all the way back there. If you don't want to walk, I can give you a free mask right now.
Two bros chilling on Venice Beach,
5
6
feet apart
because they're not sick.
6 feet apart, both wearing masks, calmly asking people at a distance, why aren't you wearing a mask? And people going, so fucking muzzle, bro. Or like one big old fat dude was like riding a bike, and he's like, fuck you. And they're like, what's that, man? And then he was like, he got off his bike, he's like, come on over here, let's go. And they were like, okay.
And
These are like two frat dudes. Like,
yeah.
they were two Chads. I'm giving them the title.
Chads. And if you want to find more of Ian, you can also find his brand new, extremely niche, hands only OnlyFans as well. Thanks so much. Have a good one.